Hold on, I gotta figure out what the time is that we're starting this at now.
Now you want to stop.
Because I tried starting it 10 minutes ago.
Okay, good, because real quick, found out that the Krusty Krab is actually a crab trap that they made a restaurant.
You didn't know that?
No.
You know,
the
restaurant is based off a food chain in my area.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the whole crew came to my school, Humboldt State University, for marine biology.
That's super cool.
Did you know that Bikini Bottom is based on Bikini Atoll, which is a major site for nuclear bomb testing in like the 50s?
Are you masturbating?
You know that girls wear bikini bottoms?
What did you just say?
Last we left off, Jesse could not break open a barrel whatsoever, despite how hard he was trying. He also believes that there is a trap in the ceiling, and he's not quite sure how to trigger it, but he seems to have thrown all abandon aside, so that way he can actually destroy this barrel.
I bet it's inside the barrel.
The trap's in the barrel.
Steven, you just snuck into the room adjacent to you, and inside you saw a fire pit in the center of the room and a cage with a creature, a scaled creature of some kind, whimpering inside. And Melissa and Wolf, you are secretly talking behind both of their backs, specifically Jesse, saying how annoying he is for
cool he is.
being so obsessed with the barrel.
How cool he is? Yeah, I thought that was more.
So I'm pretty sure I know who the person is in the cage.
Okay. We have other business.
Well, I guess that
to attend
doesn't go over to Pharaoh.
We have this barrel to
to. No, we skipped a damn door that we have the key for.
I agree that we should go back and open that door sometime.
Why are we staring at your chest, Wolf?
Uh,
Why are we staring at your chest?
oh, because it's beautiful.
It is
we
beautiful.
should.
It is. Your pocket's open. Your other pocket.
Oh.
Is there a sticky note on your chest?
Is that a pen in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me?
Oh my god, enough questions about me.
Where you're the one looking at your shit.
Like, is there
There you
really a
go.
sticky note on your
Thank
chest,
you.
though?
Is that a smoke detector in the corner of your ceiling?
Oh my god, are you just happy to see me?
Is that a QR code in a frame above your closet?
Whoa, your sticky note moved. How's it doing that?
No, I have two of them.
Oh. Jesse.
All right. What do you guys want to do?
Door.
Barrel, barrel.
Okay. No chanting.
Barrel.
Fuck the barrel.
I wanna
All right.
go
Waste the
over,
time of the
and I
barrel.
want to
Hey!
pat
I-
Jesse lightly on the arm and say, why don't we give your little arms a rest and look at the door?
Aw, how patronizing.
Alright, so
As she looks down at me with a brown mark on her forehead.
Oh,
just a
goodness.
brown stain.
Don't worry, I'll get you back.
All right.
We
Melissa,
already did
Wolf,
Mal trick.
what do you want to do?
I'm gonna... He's the one who speaks Celestial, doesn't he? No, he doesn't. That's Steven.
Why'd you think I...
No, Wolf is what I was talking about.
Oh yeah, it's actually me.
Oh, wait, you speak Celestial?
Yeah, totally.
Cool.
totally...
I'm gonna turn to you,
Not-
and I'm gonna
not-
say I want to open that door.
He's totally not telling the truth.
Yeah.
Oh. Well,
I'm,
like,
I'm sitting there dumbfounded that you actually believed me. Fuck, what is this?
I don't have Wolf's character sheet to know what he actually speaks. I was going to verify that.
Stupid.
Orc and... I mean, it is orc. Is there a difference?
Zug.
Orc and common.
All right.
Yeah, I speak Salem?
Sylvan, that's what
Sylvan,
it is.
yeah, Sylvan and
Yeah.
Infernal.
Not
That's what I
Celestial?
was gonna talk to him in.
No.
Okay.
I just screwed up my words.
Mm.
So,
All right, so Melissa, you want to talk to Pharaoh.
no, I don't.
Oh.
Fine, I won't talk to you.
Rejected.
I want to pick up the goblin and start heading to the door.
No, I refuse.
Make a
Do
grapple check.
Okay.
What's happening?
So wait,
He's forcing Jesse to get away from the girl.
Grapple. What is that? Strength?
I believe it's either athletics or acrobatics for the one escaping and strength for the one doing it.
wait. So would it be athletics for me to escape?
Mm-hmm.
No, it would be athletics for me, right?
It would be athletics for you to... You know what? Give me a sec.
Sorry.
You go through this shit all the time.
A
We literally
strength...
fight each other more than we fight enemies.
A strength...
I know.
it is a strength athletics check, and then Jesse, you can choose between strength athletics or dexterity acrobatics.
Mm.
Okay, well, I rolled a 19.
Total?
I got a 12 total.
Oh my god.
All right. So Jesse,
Come with me.
Wolf,
Me.
you walk into the room, and you see this goblin, essentially mounting the barrel that is about as tall as him, and he's like clawing at it and biting at it and trying to rip it apart.
I had my hammer out, about to hit the spearhead that was inside, like
and
barely.
you walk up, grab him by the scruff of his neck, carrying him out in front of you like a cat, and just walking away.
I'm guessing he's putting me out of reach so I can't smack him in the
Yep.
face.
You know, like this.
Yep, exactly. Just carrying him out in front of you. So, Wolf, you are carrying the goblin toward the door that you guys missed. Melissa, Steven, you guys are doing what?
I'm gonna whisper to Steven and Sylvan, hey, they're headed back for that door.
What a fuck.
What, the one right next to us?
No, the one that we missed that was like the
Oh.
dragon.
But I thought we needed a key for it.
We have the key.
We do?
Yeah.
How do
do
you
we get a key?
know?
When did we get the key?
When we first got down.
As Steven is talking to himself about where we got this key, we're already heading down to open the door we know we have the key for.
It's that pristine wooden arrow.
Yeah, with that arrow.
From the skeleton.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
From the skeletons.
Dude with the sickness.
Interesting key.
Spooky, scary.
So I guess we're moving like this right now. I was about to say he's gonna like it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, sure, I guess I'll follow.
Come, little goblin.
So you just walk in.
I don't know. I was just moving
I
you
mean-
guys.
I would probably just walk in.
Wait, didn't we already
We've
walk
been
up to it
here.
once?
Yeah.
We didn't actually go in.
You
We
guys,
didn't actually go in.
you guys walked into the room,
Mhm.
did a perception check, and as far as you all could tell, the room is not trapped in any way. All you could
Yeah.
see was the door that had a dragon over top of it, and the rubble at the far end.
Yeah.
We put the goblin
And
goes
then we
first.
left.
Don't toss me in.
Yeah, okay, I want to toss Jesse into the room.
All right, make a strength check.
Okay.
Jesse, go ahead and make an escape grapple check, which again is with athletics
Or dexterity.
or dexterity.
Well, you're gonna win this. I got a 6 in total.
Oh my god.
Okay, so yeah, I rolled a 5 plus 4, so 9.
All right. So Wolf, you're holding Jesse or the goblin out in front of you. You begin to rear back, and as soon as you rear back, he takes that moment to slap you across the face. At which you lose your grip of him, and he falls to the floor. Jesse, you're currently on the floor prone, and you can scramble to your feet and walk away. Let me disconnect.
Can't get away.
There you go. Try now.
Oh, I moved back. I'm getting away from this dumb orc.
The white M&M.
The dumb
The
orc.
dork.
The dork.
All right.
I'll walk in slowly,
Okay.
just in case there's anything spoopy.
All right.
I'm gonna appear at the door. Why don't you go and see if anything bad happens?
All right.
Yeah, likewise.
Pretty much, that's the plan.
So Melissa,
sport.
you.
Just kidding.
I was about to say, Jesse, make a stealth check.
Just kidding.
Melissa, you walk into the room and you take very tentative steps across the floor, very lightly putting your full weight on each tile as you go across it, and you make your way all the way up to the door. Aside from tripping over yourself, you make your way all the way up to the door or the rubble, wherever you want to go, without any issue.
The door. And then I give my friends the thumbs up.
Yay! I push Steven aside and walk in.
Okay. Whoops.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Melissa. Did you say you did something to the door?
No.
Okay.
Who has the key?
That would be me!
As we hear this orc shout out, retard.
A really nasally voice. Come on, guys!
Let's go for adventure.
So as you guys walk up to the door,
Oh no. What did you guys do?
I
It
am
was
staying
safe.
back here.
in front of you is a large stone door that has a dragon carved into it, and inside the dragon's mouth is what looks to be a small keyhole.
I attempt to shove the arrow into said keyhole.
Make me an intelligence check.
He goes,
Oh,
It
This
moans
This
as
is
you
bad. 7?
Okay.
Duh.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Circle go well.
Duh.
Now make me a strength athletics check, please.
Oh, I can do that.
I don't like this.
God.
Just gonna break her.
12 plus 6 is 18.
Okay. So, Wolf, you take the arrow and you very roughly start stabbing the arrow into the keyhole over and over and over and over. And as you begin to do that, every time you get it into the keyhole, you feel a little bit of resistance, as if something is forcing it back out.
Like to play rough, don't you?
Weird. An arrow's not a key? Strange.
What? Really?
Guys, you sit there watching as the big half-orc is just thrusting this big arrow into the tiny little keyhole over and over, and nothing's working.
I'm leaning against the wall with my hand on my face, just watching.
Is this how you make love to your women?
They force it back out.
I give up, ashamed. Well, my plan didn't work. Now what?
So wait, did you say like the key didn't fit, or something was like pushing it out?
It was pushing it out.
Melissa, and let's see. Nope. Probably not. Where's Pharaoh?
I'm right here.
Right there.
I'm looking for your character sheet. I don't know what happened to it.
I got mine up. What do you need?
What's your
Yeah.
intelligence?
10. No
10.
modifier.
All right, Melissa. You can easily tell the arrow does not fit into the keyhole. It's too big. It's broad-headed.
Weird.
It's a keyhole, not an arrow hole.
Well,
You can also tell, and Steven, you would be able to tell just because of your familiarity with magic, you can tell that there appears to be something that's keeping the arrow from being forced in there.
To detect magic, I guess that's a spell, I imagine. Or
It is
cantrip.
a ritual spell that I have. But
Yeah.
it's like
Okay.
someone tells us things like magic.
Magic.
Well, if people asked if things were magic.
Magic, magic, magic.
Who asked if things were magic?
No one asked for things were magic this time, but I mean, I'm not gonna just outright say this thing is magical.
Well, I was
Like,
gonna do it earlier, but I didn't have a
you've-
detect magic spell.
you've
Can
got
you-
to either
I was
like,
just about to do the ritual spell.
yeah,
No, I don't.
you've got to use either an investigation check for Arcana or a
Yeah,
spell or
okay.
something like that, unless something is obviously magic.
Okay.
Some magical things are not supposed to be easily detected as being magic.
So you can't just do a regular Arcana check then?
Yeah.
Okay. Good to know. So, are we gonna keep poking at this door, or are we
I
gonna
like
move on?
poke door.
Still, if they're still trying to force it in.
No, I gave up. Ashamed.
Oh. Sad face.
We could go back to this stupid baby and kill it.
What?
Okay.
Stupid baby.
Melissa, did you want to cast detect magic on it?
I mean, I already know it's magic. There's not really much of a
Do
point in
you?
casting it.
But detect magic would give you a better idea of what kind of magic it might be.
So
I mean, it
you're
would tell
saying
me
it
the
is
school
magic.
of magic.
Right. So currently, all you know is that there appeared to have been some kind of magical force of some kind, a barrier that was keeping it from going in. You don't know the
I mean-
nature of it, or
Are you doing that? Because like last time,
Man, because we thought the key to the dragon was the skeleton we
that
killed.
we're doing, or
say that again, Melissa.
I said, is that a thing that we're like doing? Because last time, like we didn't know what the school was.
You were inspecting Steven's amulet, which I don't know what the school would technically be for that. It's slightly magical, but from what you've seen of him, he mainly uses it like an arcane focus.
Mm-hmm.
So you gather that for the most part, it's just something he uses akin to your own arcane focus to help channel spells.
Yeah. No, I know. I was just asking if we were doing the whole like you cast the spell and you find out what the.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to cast the spell to figure out the properties of something, then you would need to let me know that you're casting the spell, if that's what you're asking. That's what it sounds like.
No, I'm asking you, if I cast the spell, are you actually going to tell me what the school of magic is?
Yes.
Or is
If I'm able, I will tell you. I just did not
Okay.
have the answer for that specific one.
gotcha? Because I just figured that was something we weren't doing.
No. I just didn't
So
know
I
the
guess
answer
I can
for it.
cast it.
Cody, they're graffitiing your barrel.
I would like. To
Oh,
take
shit, drawn fish.
All
10
right.
minutes, or I'd like to take however long. I think it's 10 minutes to cast this as a ritual.
Okay.
That's fine. I'm gonna continue jamming this arrow into the door.
I'm moving back to the freaking barrel, seeing that these people are just as dumb as I am.
All right, well, I want to take this time to remind you guys that this cage in the other room, the bars were ripped outward or inward? You said, Cody.
It was just kind of destroyed. It
But you
didn't-
said
it-
there's like a hole in it.
Yeah, it didn't look like someone in particular had like burst in or burst out. It just looked like it had been kind of beat
Oh,
up.
it's opened.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, for the 10 minutes that Melissa is casting the spell to try and figure out the type of magic that the door might be enchanted with, Jesse, you go back to the barrel?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm just gonna go back to this hallway for now
Okay.
Yeah.
and watch him fail at this barrel some more.
Hey, I haven't tried this session at the barrel.
Oh my god.
This session.
I'll wait with Melissa.
All right. So, Melissa, after the end of your 10 minutes, the spell appears to be of the School of Abjuration, and it seems specifically to be a spell around blocking or sealing things.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, who could have guessed?
And you gather...
What a fun.
Way to be a dick.
I was just kidding.
Wait till you open that barrel.
Yeah.
What did he say?
This, I just said who would have guessed it was a seal.
Who would have guessed this barrel's probably gonna be full of water?
Wait, like an actual seal? Like arf arf?
Yes, it is like arf arf seal.
Arf arf arf. I'm a door.
Melissa, you get the idea. It's a magical lock.
Cool.
A big magical. A dragon magical lock. All right, Jesse, attempt
Is
your
there
barrel
anything
opening.
else magical within 30 feet of me?
Is there anything magic?
Is the barrel magic?
Is the arrow magnet?
Oh, it's not showing. Damn.
Hey, how about Sharpie?
With me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That.
How does detect magic work? Does it have to be within line of sight?
For the duration, you sense the presence of magic within 30 feet of you. If you sense magic in this way, you can use your action to see a faint aura around any visible creature or object in the area that bears magic, and you learn its school of magic, if any.
Okay.
The spell can penetrate most barriers, but is blocked by 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of common metal, a thin sheet of lead, or 3 feet of wood or dirt.
How much stone?
A foot.
So basically 1 wall's worth.
All right, then no, you cannot detect any magic, aside from the door. Just the door.
What is that?
Okay, cool. So the arrow's not magic.
No, the arrow is not magical.
Interesting.
So is this what the door looks like?
Should we keep jamming it?
That is what the door looks like. That is very good, Wolf.
Okay, thank you.
Let me see.
Hang on. It's a sealed door.
Any other questions, Melissa?
Amazing.
You good? Okay. Wolf, any questions for you?
Yeah. What kind of dragon is the door modeled after?
Make a...
Oh my gosh.
Okay, look, it is a valid question.
Make a history check.
Okay, sure. What's that based off of?
Intelligence?
Oh yeah, Captain. Oh god damn it. 6.
All right. It's a big old dragon. It's
It
just
looks like
it's a fierce looking dragon. You're not
Spoopy.
sure if it's based off of any particular dragon or what type of dragon. You can just tell it's a dragon.
Looks like a fish to me.
All right, Jesse. Make that strength check.
I have my hammer out. Gonna hit that arrow spear. Well, that spearhead that's stuck in the barrel.
All right.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll. I have my hammer out.
Okay.
Okay. Yes. Okay. So that's with strength.
Yep.
Okay, so total it's 18.
18. Alrighty.
God.
So, Steven, are you sitting there watching him?
Yep.
All right. So,
I'm leaning
Jesse,
against the doorway, just watching.
as soon as the arrow pierces the top of the barrel, you begin to hear a slight hissing as the crack expands,
Oh shit.
and then you see mist come out, like steam almost, and then as soon as the steam comes out, you feel two things. You feel an intense heat and then intense cold.
So I'm
I don't
warm.
want this.
So I'm warm.
You blew yourself up, you idiot.
I really. Steven's
I don't know what to talk about. I never moved.
And above the barrel are two mephits that pop out.
Oh no.
Why are you like this?
Jesse, go ahead and roll me initiative.
I mean,
Darn it!
at least
God!
at least you can say
I
I was
rolled a-
wrong. It
I
wasn't
rolled-
ordered.
Have to be like
They look like fishes, don't they? I rolled a 1.
Steven, go ahead and roll me initiative too.
Oh my god.
I thought that was a 1 too. That's a 7.
Please kill that.
How was I supposed to know those things were in it?
Maybe just
They weren't in it. They were above it.
That's why you
They
don't
were
want
inside
to
of it. When he
they
broke
were?
open the seal,
No, there was a
it
trap in the
released.
ceiling.
No, there wasn't. There was a fake
Oh, there's-
trap.
You don't know that.
Yeah, you
Well,
don't
okay,
know.
okay.
Lord Farquaad thinks they've come out of the ceiling.
How do you know this? You're in the other room.
Alrighty.
Whereas I do see them, I let out a big sigh.
Pretty much.
Let me at him.
Let me at him. Let me at him.
I have my blades covered in my cream, so don't remember that.
Delicious.
Delish.
Cream.
My cream, my special
Alright.
cream.
Alright, what weapons do I have?
Why do they look like have their wieners on their
Steven,
nose?
you are first to act.
Wow, on a 7? Jeez.
They rolled a
Alright.
3, and Jesse rolled a 1.
I disengage and run
Actually,
away.
Jesse,
I'm just kidding.
what's your dexterity? What's your dexterity modifier?
That's 4, so 5.
Okay, so you rolled a 5 total.
Oh, I don't. Okay.
Yeah, even on a 1 for initiative, you still add your dexterity.
Okay.
Alright, so Steven, what are you doing?
Alright,
What's her?
I'll shoot Agonizing Blast at the gray one.
Okay. Go ahead and roll to hit.
14 plus 5, 19.
19. Alright, that hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
And 8 damage.
They are not dead.
I feel like a great misdeed is.
Okay, so
Oh, that's interesting.
What?
Are they?
What?
Nothing.
Oh, you looked at what they are. I'm not stupid.
Yeah. So it's like, what the fuck is a method?
I don't know. It looks like a dragon.
Well, it's a section of a research paper that you explained, which, what you did.
That's a method.
Okay. So,
Method.
Steven? Wait.
Mhm.
Yeah, okay, that was right. So, Steven, you shoot out with your agonizing blast, and you hit the gray one, which to you looks like it's a swirling mist that is making form of a little like demon imp sort of thing, and it's flying in the air. And as soon as you hit it, you see the mist kind of disperse for a moment as a hole gets blasted through it, and then it coalesces around the hole and reforms.
Wow.
Jesse,
Super.
Sorry, what?
it is your turn.
So what's this blue one look like? Is it the same look?
The blue one, at first was formed in a kind of mist, but as it coalesced in the air, it solidified and now looks like it is made of ice, and it's got small tendrils of like fog and mist and stuff kind of coming off of it.
I am
Oh.
fear.
Okay. So I roll to hit him with my swords.
Are they flying or on the ground?
This blue one I'm going to hit with my swords.
They are flying, but it's not like they're like 10 feet in the air. They're like hovering a couple
So,
feet off the
okay.
ground.
Okay.
Because, yeah.
This thingies. Alright.
Okay. Can I roll?
Yes, you can roll. Go ahead and roll to hit.
So this one is with my dexterity and proficiency.
Mm-hmm.
11 is my first one.
11 just hits.
Okay.
Okay.
And should I roll the hit with my other one?
Yeah, see if you can roll and hit with the other one.
And that one
Is without your proficiency.
without my proficiency. It was 13. So
That one hits.
I'm assuming it hits.
Yep.
So the first one is a D6 plus my dexterity
Yep.
and plus whatever my thing is. So 3 plus 4, so 7.
Plus a d4 for your poison.
I'll do
Or
so
your
3,
So 7 plus 3.
10, and my offhand is just the D6 itself.
Yes. And then the d4 for the necrotic poison.
Okay. And 3 plus 2, so 5. So 15 total.
15 total. Okay. All right, so Jesse, you jump back in surprise as out of the air these two demon devil-looking beasts appear in front of you and just immediately begin hissing and cackling at you. And you immediately draw your scimitars and just slice into the ice one, trying to make a sculpture out of it. And you carve out a nice chunk of it as you deal some damage, and then you see some of the black. Some black kind of originate from the wounds a little bit as it pulses through the cuts and then disappears in its body.
Can I make the, like, a half action, like, yell or something?
Yeah, you always have a bonus action and a free action. Free action you can use to talk.
Get over here, you dumb cunts!
Wow.
That's Mangle talking, not me.
So I would say that in the 10 minutes that it took Melissa to do her thing, Jesse, you were preparing for whatever you were doing. So Melissa and Wolf, you could at this point... I'm going to have you roll a perception check, but you could at this point run out. Wolf, your
19.
Wolf, your everything is muted.
Yes, it is.
Sorry, I was talking to my roommate.
Oh, that's cool. So yeah, roll me a perception check, Wolf.
Aye, Captain. 13 plus 2. 2.
All right,
15.
yeah.
Sorry, turning
So-
crazy, bro.
19.
No problem. You both hear Jesse yell out, "Come over here," and you have your choice to do what you want.
That's not one.
I want to crash through the wall
All right.
and come in behind them.
All right.
Through, like, what is it? I don't
'Cause it
know,
is-
5, 10, 15 feet of wall.
All right, Wolf, start rolling some strength checks for me. Melissa, what are you doing?
Please don't. Are you serious?
I'm going to look over at Wolf
That fell.
to try to figure out what he wants to do.
14. So that's probably not too much.
Are you actually trying to run into the wall?
No.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. Oh, true.
So, Wolf, you both just hear the goblin call out very crudely, asking
over
you both
here.
to get over there. Melissa, or Adri, the half-elf, the elf turns to you and asks what you want to do.
Let's do it. Let's run. Let's go. Let's go help our boy. My sweet baby goblin child,
Let's go.
My sweet baby goblin child.
who I carried perilously down the cliffs to get here.
And away from the
All right,
barrel.
so go ahead and roll me initiative.
I mumble, why does he always do this?
Oh, 17.
15!
All right.
I've
So,
like never rolled above a 9 on initiative.
Right?
so Wolf is 17, and that's with your dexterity?
No, that would be 19 with Dex.
So that'd be starting the next round, though, after they attack, because I said it during my attack in the first
Right,
round.
after they attack, they'll get to move. Okay. All right, so so it is the Ice Mephit's turn,
Mhm.
and he is going to attack you, Jesse, and he rolled an 18 plus 3, so 21.
Holy crap!
Yes, he hit me.
Yeah.
Just barely.
Aha!
Just grazed me.
Aha!
Just grace me, it's fine.
Tis only a flesh wound.
And he deals 2 points of damage to you.
It's so
Bleed out, friend.
It's so cold.
And then Steven, the Steam Mephit, is going to turn to you. And you, I need you to roll me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh boy.
Do it. Dex it up.
No
BB.
modifier, yay. 18, alright.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
So let's see, what was that again? It was a. Where are my diamonds? Give me my diamonds.
Your mom's house. Oh.
Alrighty. So, Steven, after you shoot him with your agonizing blast, he was originally focused on the one who released him and then turns and looks at you. And as soon as he does, his mouth opens wide, his jaw like unhinges, and out from his mouth comes this billowing flume of steam as it races toward you. And just in time, you manage to duck behind the wall real quick, but you do get scathed by it and take 4 points of damage.
Oh no.
And then Wolf, you are up next.
Okay, I just want to advance 30 feet.
Okay, so go ahead and move your guy 30 feet.
Okay. Working on it. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
All right. And then if there's nothing else you want to do, then Melissa, it'll be your turn.
I can stare off into the distance.
All right, you stare longingly at the
throw a
door
wall.
where your goblin baby is behind.
Okay.
Melissa.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35.
Well,
Ah!
And
You
we
killed her.
you
Oh,
can't
you did it again.
you can't share the same space.
Why not?
He's a big, beefy orc taking up the 5 square feet.
I mean, he would have to be really big to take up 5 square feet, but okay. I'll go here instead with my 30.
I
Each
mean,
square is essentially a
We
person's
had to be technical about this.
body space.
yes, we do. All right.
No, I meant like with Melissa saying.
Yeah, no, we do. We have to be
Actually take my
technical.
note.
If it's a small creature, like Jesse could theoretically fit inside his space, or
I
a gnome
have.
could.
It's not
Yeah,
a
I mean-
big deal.
I wore him like an accessory.
Yeah, like
So Steven, it is your turn again.
No, it's not.
Are you
baby.
are you not done?
No.
What would you like to do then?
I would like to cast Longstrider and touch Wolf to give him an extra 10 feet of movement until the spell ends, which is an hour.
Oh wow. Okay. So Wolf, you'll be able to move 40 feet then
Oh! Orc smash!
for the next hour. That's pretty cool.
So he's just gonna be zooming by.
Just gonna run right past y'all.
Anything else you want to do?
No, that's all I can do.
Alrighty. And then Steven, it is your turn. After Steven, it is your turn, Jesse.
Alright, I'm gonna attack the ice one this time with Agonizing Blast.
All right.
Oh, God.
Roll the hit.
I'm behind that wall right there,
Whoop,
so
that's only keyboard.
Kill
Get
him.
that from there.
Just kidding.
11 plus 5, 16.
That hits. Roll damage.
make him cook.
6 damage.
6 damage. Alrighty. So, Steven, after dodging the flume of steam, you turn the corner again and get bearing on what you can see in there, and immediately point and shoot an agonizing blast at the ice mephit, to which you hit him in one of the wings, and it shatters it, and he drops to the ground, and he is now on his legs, looking very hurt and now a little concerned.
You're welcome.
All right, Jesse, it is your turn.
Wow! Okay, I try and hit this ice one.
Okay.
Definitely hits. It's a 15.
All right. Roll the second. Ooh, someone's making popcorn.
And 18.
No,
so.
it's my turn.
All right, so both hit.
It's me.
Okay. 5 plus 4 is 9, plus 1 is 10.
Nice.
For the first.
Yes, that's with the necrotic damage.
Okay, and roll the second.
My gosh. Total 6. So 16.
Okay. So, Jesse, you see as the ice mephit's wing gets blasted off of him and he falls to the ground, and he lands on his knees and stands back up and is getting ready to lunge at you. And as soon as just before he begins to lunge at you, you take your scimitar, cut off his other wing, and then use your offhand to slice off its head. And its head goes flying through the air, hits the wall, and shatters, and his body collapses to the floor.
Okay.
And then, so the ice mephit is dead. So the steam one is...
Can
Yeah,
I do a half action? I mean, is taking a potion a half action?
it would be considered your bonus action.
Is that...
Oh, it
that's
would.
like So that's not my bonus
Cool.
action. My offhand's my bonus action, right?
Yes, actually, I believe it is.
Okay, so never mind.
Man, I like
You
that.
can't attack twice for a bonus action, or I can't attack twice for a bonus action, right?
No,
Unless
you could
specified.
you could if you were like dual wielding something. You could attack once with your main, and then your offhand would be your bonus action to attack.
Okay.
Or you could use your bonus action for something else. You'll eventually get spells that are bonus actions. You can take a potion as a bonus action. You can pick something up as a bonus action. You can, and depending on the size.
Yeah. Okay.
Um,
All right.
But yeah. So is that it, JC?
Yes.
Alrighty. Then it is the Steam Mephit's turn. And I'm going to give him this one because it looks like a fun die. Alrighty.
Fun
So
guy. Sorry.
the Steam Mephit is going to turn on you, Jesse, who just killed his buddy.
What do you want?
And he is... Actually...
Beat him up.
He is going to
Stupid.
attack you with his claws.
Ting,
Ooh.
ting. Oh shit! You said ooh.
Jesse, make me a dexterity saving throw.
Ooh.
Oh shoot.
I don't feel good about this.
So is it? So wait, hold on. My saving throw. So what do I? So I rolled my d20, and what do I have for that?
Dexterity, and then if you're proficient in dexterity as your saving throw, you would add your proficiency bonus.
Okay, so that would be +6, so 17 total.
17 total? Okay. So when you destroyed the ice mephit, its head shattered against the wall, its body actually exploded and sent out large chunks of ice in all directions. So you take 3 points of damage.
Damn it.
You did manage to dodge out of most of them, but some of them did scathe you, which is why you were taking a little bit of damage. And you saw that the Steam Mephit also took some damage as well.
Okay. Did he attack me with his claws?
Not yet.
Oh. So what's going on?
I was just looking at something. As I was reading the
okay,
information
okay.
about it, I realized, oh, wait, this other one should have done this thing first, so I wanted to get that out of the way. Now he's going to attack you. Yeah. So, seeing you behead his friend, enraged, he goes lunging at you, and as the ice mephit explodes and you duck out of the way, along with some of the ice hitting the mephit, it sails over your head and slams into the wall and bounces back, and does not end up hitting you.
Okay.
And it is now going to attempt to run away. So, Jesse, you will get an attack of opportunity, and Steven, you are going to get an attack of opportunity.
Do you have to roll to hit first?
Yes.
So, is that plus my proficiency and all that stuff?
It's if you want to use your reaction, which you have the choice not to, you can choose to attack it, and it is just a standard attack.
So I rolled a 17.
So that would hit.
If that's coming into range for me, would I get disadvantage on my range spell?
It would be a melee attack if you want to do it. It's not.
Okay.
It's not a spell attack.
Then I'll use my spear, I guess.
Okay.
So
So
do
roll.
I just use one weapon?
Yeah.
Sorry,
You only get one weapon.
Would that go off of strength, I guess? Or am I
Um,
still charisma?
For weapons, it's whatever the modifier for the weapon is, which I think is normally strength.
Okay.
I don't remember if a spear is versatile or not.
Wait, I can tell you. A spear is versatile.
Okay, so then that should... I believe that means it should be strength or dexterity.
Alright, well, we're gonna go with dexterity, because I don't want him...
I'm sorry.
One strength.
Finesse is the versatility, or is the dexterity. Versatile means it can be two-handed.
Oh, okay. Alright, then it's
Strength.
9 minus 1, 8. So
Okay.
I probably missed.
So you do miss, Jesse. You
So-
do hit. Yes, Melissa.
When you're rolling and you add your strength modifier, at one point you were saying that if it was negative, you'd subtract it. Is that just for the damage? Or is it for the damage?
If you are rolling and you have a negative strength modifier, then that would be that typically would be added to your roll to attack.
Okay, so it's the damage that you don't make negative.
I believe so.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's just your.
Cool, I just wanted to check because I
Okay.
couldn't remember.
Yeah. I'd rather not take away deficits to your damage, but I will keep you from hitting. So.
Cool.
Because you can already roll like a 1 flat, and if it's a -1 to the damage, then it's like, you did 0
You get
damage!
nothing.
You gave him health.
You give him pat on the back.
Somehow
Well, I just
you
wanted to check
slipped
that.
him your health potion. I don't know. Yeah.
Oh, wow, how'd that happen?
Good question,
You meant
though.
to rub the cream on your blades and you accidentally rubbed on some health potion. Whoops.
Rudy.
So, Jesse, you hit. What damage did you do?
So do I add my dexterity?
Yeah, it's just like a normal attack. You just can't do 2 attacks. It's just your 1 attack.
So total was 9.
So you did 9 points of damage to him?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so you did 9 points of damage, and he ran out the door and down the hall. All right, so Wolf, it is your turn.
Okie dokie. So I advance.
Okay. So as soon as you turn the corner, you see this steam demon-looking thing comes flying down the hall at you.
Okay. I'm two-handing my warhammer.
Okay.
To smash its head into the wall.
Alrighty. Roll to hit.
I'm gonna switch that steam back into water.
Okay, so shit. All right, so 9 plus 4 is 13.
That hits.
Okay, cool. And then two-handed is a D10, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Melissa.
I got you.
2 plus strength, right, or just a D10?
It's plus your strength modifier, yeah.
Okay, cool. So then it's 6 in total.
6 in total. Okay. So as you turn the corner with your warhammer ready, you see this weird demon mist steam thing come charging up at you. And instinctively, you just take your hammer and slam it like a giant fly swatter into the wall.
Squish.
And as soon as your hammer makes contact with it, it drags it into the wall. And as soon as it makes contact with the wall, it explodes in a heat of steam. And I'm going to need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. 15 plus 4, 19.
Jeez. Yep. You're good on the dexterity saving throw. So you take 1 point of damage.
Yay. These salty.
At least it's colorized.
Yeah, we solved your barrel puzzle.
I look inside what's left of this barrel.
Oh my god.
I look at the goblin.
I'd like
There.
to come join my friendo by the dead body.
Alrighty. So
Yeah.
the ice mephit is dead, and you see a small, now splattered demon corpse on the floor. Jesse, the body of the ice mephit is kind of like in shatters as it exploded.
Is it melting?
Well,
The ice would be melting off of it, yes.
okay.
That's cool.
I was saying if there is the barrel left, or did it was like an illusion and it just.
The barrel was there.
Right.
He doesn't
And
know that.
I have to know what was left of this barrel.
yeah. And you want to take a look inside the barrel?
Yes.
Go for it. Wow. I don't know why I just said go for it. Like, yeah, just go ahead and take a look inside.
Okay, I took a look. So I take a look.
All right, give me 1 second.
2
While
more.
you're
pop
looking,
out.
I walk up to the door and say, "There. Now we know what was in the barrel."
And I said, "Aren't you glad we resolved this, though?"
No.
My 4 hit points aren't.
So Jesse, inside the barrel, you find 5 sapphires, 5 tiny sapphires.
Those are gigantic.
They're pretty tiny.
So
Can
that's
somebody
pretty-
help me carry these to the horse?
There you
to the
go.
wagon?
Somehow I don't know that the horse would do very well with those.
Okay. I take them, I guess?
Okay. And to give you an idea, they are actually tiny. They're just big here, so that way you actually have something to play with, but they're probably about the size of like a dime.
Good job.
And I
giving us
say,
something to play
will
with.
this change your mind then? And I hold these sapphires.
As a
And I
matter
say-
of fact, it would. I feel much
Ooh.
better now. Thank you. Um,
And so I take 2 and give 1 to everyone else. Because I opened the barrel.
are you trying to sneak that away, or are you being obvious about it?
I'm being obvious.
Okay.
You guys wanted to walk away.
To be fair, we wanted to walk away for the moment.
Mhm.
Said we would.
I toss you 1, and I toss Wolf 1, and I toss.
That's a pretty
Steven
far
won.
toss.
Yeah.
I meant like I go back out and give it to you guys.
I know. I'm just being a pain.
I toss it through the wall at your freaking head.
All right, make a strength check.
If he makes this like the poop, I'm gonna be mad.
So 14
Uses his crossbow.
plus 1, 15.
If he breaks my sapphire,
All right, Jesse, make a dexterity check.
I'm gonna.
I'm kidding. I wasn't gonna throw it at the wall.
Oh man, I was gonna say that you threw it at the wall, it bounced off, and was coming right back at you.
No.
All right, so each
Good.
of you can mark down that you have 1 small sapphire or 1 tiny sapphire. In except for Jesse, you've got 2.
Except for these two.
And I give
that he has 2.
and I said, you want to keep quiet so I can give you this health potion
Oh,
or not?
he only has 1.
No, I don't. you meant
Yeah.
Sapphire.
All right, you
Already-
lied about it. They already
I,
know.
I already showed everybody I had it. I was taking 2.
So about that health potion.
I tossed Steven a 2d6.
What?
Sorry, 2d4 potion. 2d4 plus 2 potion.
So regular healing potion.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
Alrighty. So if you guys are wanting to use any potions, by all means, go ahead and use them.
Nah, I'm only down 4
I'm
points.
Okay. So you've solved my barrel puzzle. What now?
I
Oh,
drink
what
one of
was
those. Oh, sorry.
The kid.
So there's a crying child in here with the cage that's open.
Alright,
Something could have gotten out. Something could have tried to get in. I don't know.
I drank one of my health potions in the meantime.
All
I
right.
have a funny feeling this thing in here is one of the children that we need to rescue to get money for.
Murder it.
Oh my god. That's right. We only need the bracelet.
Look, you
The
want to feed
signet-
it all the way back home?
You get double the reward if you bring them back alive.
Yeah, but you gotta
See,
feed it.
You gotta feed it. You gotta drag
I
its
wanna
heavy weight.
crouch
So, you
down
know,
by
it's
the
just like,
child.
is that double really worth it?
All right.
7 total.
So hold on.
Okay.
Do we want to go in all at once and freak the child out, or do we want to like send one person in? Try to.
Let me talk to him.
I
Oh
can
my
go in.
No,
terrible.
Don't send Jesse.
I can go in.
Okay,
It's gonna open that kid up like a barrel.
probably better.
All right.
I
Kid's
gently
a
go
slave
over,
owner anyway.
crouch down by the child.
We should send him a message to his parents.
Okay, I'm gonna stand at the door, keep an eye out in case something decides to like come through over this area or something.
I start walking in.
And I want to look at it. Look at the child.
Alrighty. So you look down before you and you see a short lizard or dragon-like creature
Like this.
curled up
Okay.
in the cage, and it's got red scales with flecks of black scales around it, like mixed all in it. So like it's mostly red, but it's got some black in it too.
Would I know what like race this is?
Yeah, I'd say you would probably know offhand. You can tell that it's a kobold.
Oh, cool.
Like a little mouse man.
Told you we should kill it.
No,
Kobolds are
they're lizards.
dragons. They're like little
Dragony
dragon
people.
creatures.
Oh, and WoW was different.
Yeah.
Yeah, they looked more like rats than they did dragons.
Are they a boy or a girl?
Do you check?
Show me your
What do you mean, do I
penis.
check?
Do you lift
Show
up
me
their
it.
skirt? I don't know.
I don't know. Is it
I feel
obvious?
it,
I tickle its testicles.
Oh my god.
yeah. Oh my god, it's a child.
Make
I thought.
What's
I
an
didn't-
A becomes
make
a
a
man.
I
nature
didn't hear-
check.
I didn't hear it was a child.
Oh, good. A natural 1. 5 is a 6.
You
She
have
can't.
no idea if it's male or female. All you can tell right now is that it is a kobold creature. You're not quite sure how old it might be, if it's a child or an adult.
But you already told me it was a child.
I never said it was
Yeah.
a child.
Yeah.
The last thing you did.
Freaking liar.
I just said it
then.
was tiny.
And it's crying.
And it's crying.
Adults don't cry.
Adults.
All right, I'm gonna ask if they're all right.
Are you a child?
So you walk up to the creature and do you gently touch it, or do you just say it out loud?
I'm just gonna say it out loud.
Okay. So you
Not
say
gonna
out
invade their space.
you say out loud to it, are you okay? And it immediately gets startled, scampers to the back of the cage, grabs a piece of cloth that is on the floor and tries to hide itself with it.
And I put
Definitely
my hands up
found.
like this so they can see I'm not gonna attack them. And I go, hey, it's okay.
We already saw how ugly you were. It's okay.
Oh my god.
Hurt you. We're here to help.
Or murder.
No.
We'll scare the shit out of this thing.
So the little creature looks at you a little incredulously at first, and then very, like, imagine a tiny voice, like a kind of scared voice, just says out loud, "Help? You help Meepo?"
Does it sound like a child?
It does not necessarily sound like a child, but it does have more of a higher pitched voice. Alright,
What
Jesse.
did you say? It
I'm
said,
so
I couldn't
sorry.
exactly hear you.
Sorry. Go on.
Jesse, when the DM is talking, you shut up. He asked, "You help Meepo?"
Ah, is its name Meepo?
Meepo.
I ask if that's its name.
It
Like that.
it very slowly nods. Meepo, and points to himself.
Meepo.
And I'm gonna say, how'd you get
Yes, that was good.
You asked what, Melissa?
here? How'd you get here, Meepo?
Meepo live here with tribe.
What tribe?
Meepo tried you anything?
He suddenly realizes what he said and kind of clams up a little bit.
Meepo, we're gonna eat your tribe if you don't tell us.
Oh my god.
We're gonna slurp you up like a clam.
What, Melissa?
I haven't said anything yet.
Oh.
I opened my mouth to say something and then I went to talking.
Me and Wolf are just telepathically saying this shit.
I'm gonna tell him,
It sounds pretty
Meepo,
loud.
I promise no one wants to hurt you and no one wants to hurt your tribe, but we just need to know what's going on.
Unless they strike first.
And as soon as you ask him what's going on, Meepo jumps out of the cage, tackles Jesse to the ground, rips his throat out, and kills him.
Wow, that was sudden.
Don't you have to roll for that?
Nope.
That is his DM.
There's no rolling here.
When you mess with God, you die.
Well, that escalated quickly.
Oh God, Howard.
We solved the barrel for nothing.
I mean,
What are you talking
five
about? We
sapphires.
get 2 more sapphires.
All right. So when you ask Meepo, what he's doing in here, he immediately begins breaking down into tears, and says,
Pretty much.
"Accurate,
Dobby,
yeah,
Dobby's
very,
crying.
very accurate." And through his sobs, you hear him say, "The Claire Dragon, we lost it. The wretched goblin stole Calcrix, our dragon."
You Smeagol now?
Yes, he's Smeagol.
You're precious.
Your dragon?
You mean I stole it?
Like a real dragon?
Stupid.
He nods fervently, very excitedly, saying, Yes, our dragon! Our precious black-winged dragon, Calcrix.
Where did they take your dragon?
At this point, I'm starting to walk in the room.
Filthy goblins took dragon deeper
Hey,
into the fortress.
That's racist.
And
Can you tell us which one of these doors they went through?
Jesse, did you walk in already? Yeah, you've walked in.
The white M&M is in
Gortrunks
here.
just walked over top of him.
He's hiding me from.
Did you actually say that out loud about it being racist?
Yeah.
Upon noticing the goblin that just walked in the room, he suddenly gets very upset. And he pulls a dagger from out of his belt and brandishes it toward the goblin, not toward you, Melissa, but toward the goblin, and says, "Filthy goblin! You're going to
hold
die
my
for
hand.
stealing Calcrix!"
I hold out my hands. and
I
say,
have no
"Wow."
clue what this Calcrix is, but if you just touch the end of my blade, we'll be okay.
I'll say,
Just
"Wow."
lick this right quick.
Just
It's
lick
okay.
this.
He's a friend. We're friends.
I put
He's
my
an
hand,
asshole.
I put my
We're
glove
here
into
to
the
help.
cream, and I'm like, "We're here to help. Here's some sugar."
You already, just right quick. You already described what everything that was already in the room. It's just a fire pit in the
and
cage.
the cage, and then there's an altar next to the cage with some stuff on it.
Mhm.
Alright, where's that altar? Like the corner?
Yeah, it would just be in the corner next to the cage.
Alright, I just walk up to it, see what's there.
Okay, so Melissa, you said he's a friend. He's a big old butthole, but he's a friend.
Yep. And I told him
Um,
it's okay. He's not going to hurt you. He's not one of the ones who took your dragon.
He narrows his eyes. I want you to make me a persuasion roll.
Me?
Yeah.
I'm actually a lord.
Oh, good. I rolled a 2, and my charisma modifier is -1.
Awesome.
So I have a 1.
can I
Thanks
intimidate?
for speaking for me, Melissa.
Oh wait, I could try charming him.
I can intimidate.
Don't
Now
do
that I have that
that.
ability. Or I can intimidate him, whatever. One of the two.
No, we're being nice.
I'm actually a lord. I don't partake in such petty squabbles. I tried to deceive him.
All right, go ahead and roll me a deception check, but with disadvantage.
What?
He doesn't trust goblins.
What?
He does.
Shit. The first one I rolled was 17.
And the second
But
one?
the second one was 6 plus
I don't like
so-
this die. I'm putting it back.
was it charisma?
Yeah,
So so 9.
9. Okay. Meepo, no, you no lord, no goblin lord. You're filthy liar. Give me back Calcrix.
I turn back to him. Wait, you're not a lord?
I am too.
Meepo pipes up and says, "No goblin lord. Goblins only have chieftains.
That's what I meant.
Goblin filthy liar. Kill him where he
Chieftain.
stands.
Chieftain.
Meepo give you big reward if you kill goblin."
I'll kill
I
the goblin
say-
for a reward.
I want to make an insight check to see if I believe him.
Oh my god.
Oh my god! Natural 1, I still believe him.
Who, Jesse or the?
Yeah,
or...
that is the chieftain.
Oh, okay.
I say, hey,
He's silly. Persuaded.
it's okay. And I say, they're good people. I promise you. But, and then I give him my small sapphire, and I say, you can hold on to this. And if that goblin turns his back on you, you can keep it.
What?
So, like,
You
if
just
the
give it
goblin
to him,
betrays
dude.
them, then
Yeah.
okay.
If our goblin friend betrays him, he gets to keep the sapphire.
You're just gonna let this weirdo out?
I don't
There's
trust
a hole
it.
in the cage.
I don't
he can already
trust-
get out.
Could be a
He's
shapeshifter.
not trapped in there.
Yeah.
Well, how do you know he's not like you, pussycat?
What do you mean? He doesn't need to. There's a hole in the cage. He can just walk out.
Is that what it is, Cody? There's like actual hole in that cage.
It looks like the cage was like torn open, not from the inside, not necessarily like burst through on the outside, but as if like the door had just been broken open and it is laying in tatters. It is there is no way someone can be locked in there. It is not usable.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Do I need to make an investigation check to see what's on this altar?
Do I still have the apple?
No, you do not need to make an investigation check for what's on the altar. On the altar, you see, resting on it, there's a container of green dye, which looks like it probably matches the color of the symbols and stuff that are all up on the walls and stuff.
Okay.
There's a paintbrush
We have time.
that's made out of goblin hair bristles.
Delicious.
And then there's 4 tiny jade figurines on the altar as well.
I guess it doesn't matter what they look like. The figurines.
They look like dragons.
Oh.
Oh.
Are you gonna steal something from this guy?
It's not
Again?
his, it's on an altar.
Are these yours? I talked to the...
I mean, they're probably all
I
5
talked
of
to the
his
thing.
sapphires for all we know.
Hey, I fought for these, okay?
Yeah, I'm gonna grab those figures.
All right, are you trying to do it stealthily or just plain and simple? You got to think about your actions.
Yeah, you're right. I'm gonna turn to the child and ask him, are these figures yours?
That's what I just said.
Or belong to you, I guess. Them, their tribe, whatever. That's true, I guess if they stay here, this probably...
Yeah, because you're about to steal it from him, prove me that I'm not
I
a
would
bad
pick up an
person.
old one and look at it. While I'm asking him.
So, Melissa, you just handed him the sapphire and said that if the goblin betrays him, that he can keep the sapphire. He looks at the sapphire and then looks up at you and says, "If goblin betray Meepo, promise kill goblin?"
That's fair.
And I
That's fair.
I look directly at Jesse and I say, I promise you, if this goblin betrays you, we'll kill the goblin.
With pleasure.
Too.
And I just smirk and start laughing into him.
He glares at Jesse, looks up at you, Melissa, looks at the orc, and then looks at the tiefling who is looking at the figurines, and seems to be placated. He nods and says, "Okay. Meepo liked this deal."
Thanks for betting my life, guys.
You're welcome.
Yeah, no problem.
And then he turns back to the tiefling after you ask him if the figurines are theirs, and he says, "Figurines belong to tribe of Yustrael."
What's that?
How do you spell that?
Yusdrayl.
You...
You know what? I'm just gonna...
Okay, great.
A-E-I-O-U.
There you go. Yustrael.
Yesterday, okay.
We give figurines as offering to dragon.
Interesting. I'll set it back down. In like just the way that.
And I asked the little thing. So it's okay if I have one, right?
His head, looking at the tiefling, all of a sudden, like, unnaturally snaps over to you.
I have my hand on my hilt.
He kind of growls and then very quietly says, "Meepo might give dragon figurine if you help return dragon, filthy traitor goblin," and spits at you.
That sounds like a fair trade.
He spits at me like it hits me.
It just spits in your direction.
No. So I take one of my goblin turds I've been saving.
Saving your poop.
No, I'm kidding.
Got a little pouch full of poop.
A pouch of goblin turds.
So where's your tribe now? Or did we already ask him that? He started crying.
You asked him what he was doing there. And that's when he started crying, and he told you that he lost the dragon.
What a baby.
And then he just mentioned to you guys that if you help him get the dragon, he will give you the jade figurines.
Something tells me the dragon's behind the dragon door. Or that's where it goes, maybe. So yeah, I do ask him where his tribe is.
You're just gonna ignore his offer to pay you to find the dragon?
No, I said I accept.
Oh, did you?
I said it sounds
Okay.
good to me.
Oh,
I don't know what anybody else said.
So we're
Rob?
negotiating to return this dragon. A dragon.
Mhm.
And I look at how stupid
don't know how
I
big the
think
dragon is. Could be a
everybody
little
else
dragon.
is.
judging by those of you with enough insight and intelligence are able to judge by the size of the cage that it's probably a tiny dragon.
Boom.
It is a dragon wormling.
Oh,
Baby
that
dragon.
sounds cute. I want one.
I'm gonna get one. Next level.
Yay.
Steven's just whispering this into.
I am. That's what my character does. He talks to himself.
So, with you all saying that sounds like a fair trade, he immediately perks up. His little ears kind of like stick back up instead of being laid down flat, and says, "I take you to Yustrael if you help get dragon." And he's starting to seem a lot more excited.
Absolutely.
Good idea. Let's go to a place where everybody hates me.
Yeah, I'm down.
Hey,
Okay,
it's not like we're going far anyways.
Phew.
fuck you.
Maybe there's more barrels there.
Ooh.
So
that's a good point.
I put on my. No.
Actually, nah. We'll let this ride out. I was gonna give you my mask of many faces, but that's
Oh
okay.
no, I have a mask.
Oh, you do? Oh.
Yes.
Is it a mask of
But
many
the,
faces?
that kobold or whatever is.
Already knows that you're...
Yeah, already knows who I am. He's just gonna be like, "Oh, there's goblins here with us." Are we not thinking this through? He's gonna take us over there.
Maybe
he's
we're the
probably
offering.
No, wait, yeah, we're maybe the offering.
I
Yeah,
think it's
you don't
gonna be
know.
okay.
That's
Okay,
right now.
when-
It seems like just you are the offering.
So when you're wrong,
When am I ever wrong?
not you, Melissa.
Okay.
I would like to try to perceive how genuine this dude is.
All right, go ahead and roll an insight check.
Okay. 16.
He seems pretty genuine. He seems very excited at the prospect of you helping to return the dragon that had been stolen by the goblins. And he seems very eager to actually have that done.
Sorry.
Okay.
He
I
better
believe
be.
him.
Okay.
Well, following your lead, little one.
Somebody's fingers on.
He jumps up and down very excitedly and says, "I take you to Yustrael. Yustrael knows. I take you, follow."
All right, let's follow this little dude.
And he begins running off in this direction.
I am in the back.
And then I'm gonna like run along after him, but then say, "Hey, you might want to be careful."
Right quick, is there any
Be careful
charcoal
what?
in this fire pit? Sorry.
Melissa, be
I
careful
tell
what your mic
him
cut out.
I tell him to be careful because we found some not so nice things in this area.
Wolf, what are you doing? Oh my god.
What?
He's
Oh no, that's...
I'm
What? Yeah, you're just like...
protecting the whole party.
Steven, roll me an investigation check. Melissa, he calls back and says, "No worry, it's safe. Meepo know the way."
What kind of phone does
Okay.
Nico have to call back with?
16.
16?
Yep.
Yeah, there is some charcoal in there, and as you sift through it, you also find
a burnt hot dog.
Jesse's burnt hot dog.
Hey, I've been looking for that.
You find charred bits of kobold bones and armor, as well as another jade figurine.
I'm behind.
Like, does it look
everybody right
usable,
now.
or is it like burnt up in the figurine?
It's covered in charcoal, but it is still intact. So,
What
like,
about the armor? armor.
It's like broken bits of armor.
Okay. Yeah, well, I guess I'll make a. Well, he's walking away, so
Yep.
I'll pick up that
So-
figurine.
Okay.
Well, I was behind everyone. Was I seeing this or no?
Were you trying to be secretive about it to the rest of the party, or just to him?
Just to him.
Okay. So yeah, Jesse, you would see him pull out the jade figurine as he was sifting through the fire looking for charcoal, and he pulls out some charcoal as well.
I could beat your ass right now so bad, Steve.
Keep quiet about this. Make the health potion back.
Hey, thief!
It
You
might
steal
save.
what he
It might save your life later too. Who knows?
Oh, you saying the people that wagered my life?
I didn't say yes first, so I just.
You said yes, though. I didn't say it first doesn't mean that you didn't say yes.
Just like your name is Lord Farquaad.
You got 2 jade sapphires. I want to hear it. Or 2 sapphires. So.
You give me your other one and
No,
quiet about it.
I'll give you your
Okay.
health potion back. That's it.
Hey!
Are you actually going to try and get his attention?
We're seeing how Steven wants to play this. I'm actually pretty
I'm seeing if
pissed
you're
that
about to yell or not. Actually,
I'm pretty pissed.
All he did was find it in the fire and pick it up, and then you immediately started to accuse him and attack him of stuff. I just want you to be aware of what happened. He literally was just sifting through the fire, found it, went and just picked it up. And then you called him out, and he said, "Just be quiet about it."
Hey, okay. This is how my character's playing it, okay?
All right. So your character
Alright,
wants
I
to.
mean,
you're
no,
yelling
no,
at
no,
him.
hold on. I'm not done. what
Okay.
I'm saying. My character's pretty pissed that everybody in this party just wagered my life to this thing we don't even know.
Mm-hmm.
Your character needs to learn to not believe every single word that comes out of everybody's mouth.
he's a goblin. He doesn't know any better.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
fair. You did look him dead in the eye and be like, "We will kill him."
Yeah, and he didn't try to see if I was being honest.
What?
Do you believe her,
I
Jesse?
believe that she was wagering my life.
There you
I
go.
know, I'm just saying.
So are you yelling or what?
Said, give me my health potion back.
Fine.
I'm behind everyone. I'm just muttering obscenity.
Okay. So, as he takes you down the hallway,
I'm singing.
For the record, I was gonna slip into your pocket if you started yelling.
that would have been fun to see. He takes you down the hallway and then makes an immediate right.
Okay. I have to move my screen.
I take the immediate left.
There is no left. The closest
Follow.
left is into the doorways.
I didn't
here.
do it. Okay, you're doing it.
Do.
And there was a doorway over there as well as down here. I don't know how well that was displayed.
What
for
about
you
down
guys,
here?
but-
I have a 60 feet of range, dark vision.
Sold.
Yeah, I also have dark vision.
Sold.
I'm following our friend.
What? Who's taking me? Put me down.
In the
No.
Okay, so you will follow him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kill all of you.
I try.
Control your own character. Oh my god.
Actually, damn it, I could have intimidated you. Oh,
Too
next
late.
time. Yep, too late.
Too late.
Intimidated you to give me the health potion back.
And it just didn't. And then Wolf falls through the.
All right.
I clipped through the world, never to be seen again.
We're arguing this
no-
whole time. He just
No reason for. Just. He's
I shall
gone.
return.
We hear muttering under the floor.
There's
So-
a map down here.
As he is taking you down through the hallway, every now and again he yells out something in his native tongue, just out loud, and keeps on walking forward. And eventually he brings you into a long hallway that is up here. And in this hallway, you see lining basically each length of the hallway rows of marble columns that have worn carvings of dragons that are entwining.
Are those the blue squares?
Yeah, those would be the columns. There are 2 entwining dragons swirling around it up the column.
Cool.
And as he gets in here, about partway down are going to be sorry, this is hard for me to do when I don't have...
I'm very intrigued with the columns. Oh, I got it!
Steven has died.
I have to go back and forth
touching them,
between
looking at
my map and everything.
You're good.
So,
Darn it.
I'm terrible at this.
what are you guys
What?
doing?
Nothing.
Jenga.
Cut it out. I'm gonna Jenga you all.
Yeah, so I'm not touching and looking at the columns.
Okay.
Amazed.
All right. As he turns the corner, you see 3 armored, very heavily armored and more special-looking kobolds. And as soon as he turns the corner, he yells out the same phrase that he has been calling out on occasion to the guards. And as he walks up to them, they step aside and let you all pass through. And he very eagerly
I say
goes...
thank you as we walk past.
Shuffle
One of the kobolds... kobolds? One of the kobolds...
One of the kobolds.
One of the kobolds... one of the kobolds...
One of the commodes?
nod to you, and one of them ignores you, and the other one just kind of like looks at you kind of quizzically.
I look at them kind of quizzically.
Ooh,
Oh, hey, baby.
this is 50 Shades of Kobold.
And as he gets closer to this room, he turns and looks at you guys and points right behind him.
He's got a scorpion on his spear.
That's a crab, oh, no, it is a scorpion. Interesting. Yeah, I didn't really have an appropriate model for this one, but...
I mean, good.
Thank you.
No, I didn't.
What?
Nothing. My chat just popped up and said I tried to flip the table, and I don't know why it popped up.
Well, that's weird.
I didn't do it.
It's just rude. Jesse just hanging out in this hallway back here.
Maybe.
Are you?
I sent you a message code.
Oh, I didn't see that. I'm sorry. Alrighty. So as you guys are walking back up, he looks back at you 3 and points, and then stops for a minute and looks around, and then he runs back up to the elf and asks, "Where's Sneaky Goblin go?"
Oh boy.
And I turn around and look behind us.
I'll roll my eyes and go back to looking at the columns.
I am just standing
And I
in
turn
this hallway.
back and I say, I told you. He's an asshole. I'll be back. And I start to retrace our steps.
I am just standing here. I have not moved an inch.
Okay.
And I give him a look.
So Melissa...
I'm not looking at you.
Melissa comes back and rounds the corner, and you see the goblin just sitting there in the hallway, kind of sulking a little.
Who said I was sulking? I was standing here.
Need a health potion to clear those tears?
That's not what I was doing at all.
So Melissa, you just see him
Okay.
standing there.
Why trailing behind?
Oh, just wandering into an area that everybody would want to kill me doesn't sound like a great idea.
You're with us. We're not going to let anybody kill you. The little
Your
one trusts us, and they seem
Persuasion
to trust
does
him.
not interest me. I will hang back until you are done talking. And you have my word, I will stand right here until we're
I
done.
don't know that we'll get to any talking if you stay back here, but
What was that last part you kind of cut off?
I said I don't think we'll get to any talking with you just chilling back here, but okay. And then I walk back over, and I whisper to our friend he's hiding because he's afraid people will want to kill him.
All the pokey pokes.
He narrows his eyes and looks very suspicious, and then pulls out the sapphire again in his hand, and he shows it to you.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, "You promise, Meepo.
Mm-hmm.
You no break promise."
He's not betraying you. He's just afraid, like
Never
you were afraid when you met
trust
us.
Goblin. Hi, Paige.
Do you wonder why he's red?
And then he sticks the sapphire back in his pocket, and he turns around, and he motions for you guys to flank him. And he walks up to the foot of the stairs in front of this ornately adorned kobold. This kobold is red, but she has, it has scales, black scales across its forehead and brow. And then down the sides of its neck, and seems to be more covered in a consistent black scale cover than little Meepo there. And Meepo comes up to the stairs and kneels down before the kobold and says, "Meepo bring help to get Calcrix back, Yestrael." And the kobold that he referred to as Yestrael looks out at you all. And as you look at her, she is sitting on a throne. And above her, it's a stone throne. And on the top of the throne is a dragon's head just jutting out above her, a carved dragon's head. And in the mouth of the dragon, you guys can see a key. And behind the throne, you can also see an altar with some stuff on it.
Steven goes to take the jade figurines off.
And the kobold looks out at the adventurers and then looks down to Meepo and says, starts talking to him in Draconic. And Meepo replies and says, "Meepo no know if can trust adventurers, but they offer and pay Meepo, say they help and kill other goblins." And then he says some more stuff in Draconic to where you can't understand her or understand him. And she immediately barks out something down the hallway to the 3 guards that were standing watch behind you.
They're gonna go get our goblin.
Yay.
Ah, shit.
And you guys can turn around and see that the kobolds are slowly walking away. And then she turns and addresses the 3 of you and says, "Young Meepo here tells me you'll help us get our Calcrix back from the goblins."
Shit.
And I'm gonna say we certainly intend to. And I'm gonna say, but I certainly hope you don't plan on hurting our friend.
She looks at you and says, "Well, then let's hope he comes willingly, because we certainly don't trust goblins here." And then
I sigh.
Jesse, around the corner,
Hello.
comes one dragon or one kobold, and then another, and then a third ends up flanking him. And they immediately look at you and point their spears and say, "You come with us."
Excuse me, I'm a lord. Address me as such.
Chieftain!
One of them,
Just a chief.
Just down the hallway.
Oh, I'm not letting them get around me.
well, you're gonna have to do something to move because they're trying to flank, not flank you, but to kind of surround you. And they say,
How do I know I can trust you?
Yestriel knows. Yestriel told us not hurt. Yestriel said to capture.
Okay.
That's
Poor
Okay.
choice of words there, Dragon Man.
You're nowhere near him, Steven.
Shh, quiet you. I have great hearing.
What was that last thing he said? Sorry, Steven kind of interrupted.
Good.
Yestriel knows. Yestriel said not to kill. Yestriel said to capture.
To capture.
To capture.
And I stroke my non-existent beard. I will go, but I'm not being captured.
You clearly
I'm
are.
being escorted,
Being escorted.
as I should be.
The kobolds walk up to you and they shrug and they say, "Make no difference. Come with us."
Lead the way.
And they step aside, and one of them begins to walk around you as the other two turn and begin to walk away.
Okay.
And with
I
that,
guess oh, okay. You got him.
yeah, I got him. So with that, you guys begin to hear the march of some feet behind you, and Yestriel looks out overhead and says, "Well, it appears that he did not resist."
I sigh and say, "Oh, thank God."
Boo.
Shut the
Sounds
fuck
like he
up.
is not as dumb as the goblins that we face normally. And one kobold stands there. They kind of push you out of the way, Wolf, and another kobold stands here, and they make room for Jesse to
Smashes
come
them
up.
in the face.
Yeah, I was about to say that's a bad idea.
You're mashing face.
He's gonna mash potato their face. They didn't know I left a cream trail. I'm just kidding.
Michelle said she isn't circumcised.
Oh, okay.
Good.
Oh, that's good.
That's,
glad we know that.
That's good to have out of context.
Yeah.
And Yestriel now addresses the whole party again and says, "Little Meepo here tells me you are willing to help us retrieve our stolen wormling. Is that true?"
You talking
is.
to all of us?
Goblin, all of us.
She's addressing the entire party.
I'm just kind of nodding, slowly nodding.
She furrows her.
We do.
You do? Okay. She nods and says, "If you agree to return our dragon to us, we'll be sure not to harm this goblin.
Oh, great. I like how I'm still on the line here.
You're
Thanks,
a goblin.
guys.
They don't like goblins.
Yeah, why'd you have to go and steal that stuff?
They're
Jeez.
naturally.
Oh,
they're
Steven,
naturally.
do you want to get into it right now? You know
Oh
what
my
you have in your
God.
pocket?
You think it's in my pocket still?
Oh Lord.
All right, so they say
So they say that they're not
You-
going to harm the dragon, and she says that she will even give you all a reward if you are able to return their Calcrix back to them from the clutches of the goblins.
And I say, you don't expect us to leave the goblin behind, do you?
She pauses a moment to think and says, "If you vouch for the goblin, I will trust that he is with you. He doesn't look like the ones that we have here in the Citadel."
Yeah, it's about 50-50 at this point.
And then I say,
And
I
I
got
just
for him.
squint at Steven, the hardest squint I ever had.
I just smile at him.
She looks at the tiefling and then looks at the elf and then looks at the tiefling and then looks at the elf. And while staring at the elf, out of the corner of her mouth, says to you, should we chain him up?
Yes.
And I look at her and I say, he's an asshole, but you can trust him.
I like Wolf is the first to answer.
I interrupt to say you can only trust him as far as you can throw him, and I've tried. It's not very fun.
I go very far, thank you.
She looks at the orc who says yes to chain him up, looks back at you who says that you vouch for him, and then wrinkles her nose and says, so that's what that smell has been.
Gertie.
I know, disgusting, isn't it?
She
Say, yeah, he's known to fling his own poop, so stay back.
Wait, no, I thought you were talking about the orc, how he's a big...
No, Melissa called you an
Freaking idiot.
a-hole.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
So she looks back at you, Melissa, and she says, your party seems to be a little confused. I'm going to hold you personally responsible for this goblin.
Okay.
Should he betray us, your heads will adorn my throne room.
Okay.
One other thing, Your Majesty?
At that, she turns and looks at you, kind of straightens her, and kind of lifts her chin a little bit, very, like, prominent, very royal, and nods to you.
You're not a lord like me.
We're...
Farquaad.
The actual reason we're here is to find some missing adventurers of ours. Have you happened to see anybody that come by here in the past, 2-3 weeks, I think it was?
Yeah, about a month or two.
Yeah.
She looks a little surprised and nods and says, yes, I remember these adventurers. They came through and promised to return the dragon as well.
Oh boy.
But
yeah.
we haven't seen them for about a month or so.
Oh boy.
They
Well.
also were looking for the outcast that's here.
The outcast.
Hey.
The outcast.
Yeah.
He lives below in the Twilight Grove. He grows some...
Twilight Grove.
He occasionally gives some strange fruit to the goblins and has them sell it for money. Those dragon thieving filth.
Can you point us in the direction they went?
She gestures to little Meepo and says, Meepo can serve as your guide if you wish. He
Oh,
knows the
I
way
have a
quite well."
question. Jumping up in the back.
Chieftain Farquaad has a question.
She sighs and covers her face and says, yes.
So, could you ask me why Meepo was in a cage crying?
She looks down at Meepo and he looks a little, shamed. And
Lost your manhood, huh?
And while staring at the kobold, not looking at you, Jesse, she's staring at the kobold and says, Meepo is our keeper of dragons. And without a dragon, he has no purpose among the tribe.
Understandable. You have little purpose for me, too. Anyway. Scott, I just want to push everyone's buttons.
Yeah, we can tell. You're doing a great job.
Hey, they started it. They called
After,
me smelly asshole.
after hearing the remark about the manhood, you feel the slight point of a spear in your back as well.
Take 1 point of damage.
No, you don't take any damage. And you hear from behind you one of the kobolds yelling, You watch it, filthy greenskin.
I want to poke him with my spear. Say, yeah, you watch it.
Yeah.
Watch it, you slimy cunt.
The kobold hisses at you.
Shut your cock holster.
All right. Well, let's get
What?
this.
Your cock holster.
Your mouth.
On that note, let's get this adventure rolling. Before we actually start.
Which dice are we rolling?
All of them.
Are you attacking Jesse?
Almost one, two.
I'll grant it. It automatically hits.
You know, those chains aren't sounding too bad right about now.
Get a muzzle.
yeah, that'd be better.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask the Cobalt people. So you guys got a special goblin muzzle?
Yustrael snickers a little bit and looks over at you and says, "I'm sure we could fasten something."
Awesome.
Yay!
You never want to get bit by
And
those
I
sharp
look
little
over-
teeth.
I agree.
I
Yeah,
look
sure.
over at Gorchunks and I say, "Come on, that's just cool."
And that's why it's funny.
That's why.
Oh, Lord.
I'm the mom friend. I'm sorry.
Thank God Melissa's here.
Yeah, Jesse, what would you do without her?
Fine, we'll drop it.
She should have let you die like forever ago. Should have left you in the cells back in the cult temple.
Hey,
We should've
I'm
left him
just
in that.
playing how the character is,
I
okay?
know,
Technically, we
and
could have
I
just
love
left
it.
him in that trap.
That's
Yeah,
perfect.
for real.
Yeah, Jesse, that would have been fun.
But that was on me. I let him back
What
out.
was going on?
They're saying they should have left you in the trap too.
Man, there's still many things you could have left me.
Yeah, Jesse, upon reflection, you realize that despite the many amounts of time that they could have just left you for dead, they still took care of you.
Weird.
Hmm.
It's like it was destiny or something.
It's almost like you matter. Almost.
Almost.
So much.
Oh,
You all just say that.
you're on
That
it.
part slowly decreasing for some reason.
Oh God.
Alright.
Alright. Gorchunk starts jumping up and down, going, "Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!"
I need to kill things.
Yeah.
Again.
Alrighty. So,
It's probably the longest Gorchunk's gone without a drink.
yeah, he's starting to go through withdrawal. And before you know it, he pulls out a flask out of his bag, just guzzles one, pulls out a cask,
of-
punches a hole in it.
I'm not equipped.
Speaking of which, Wolf, what did you just take a swig of?
Pedialyte.
Ah.
Yeah, it's for it's got like a bunch of electrolytes in it. It's good for hangovers.
Oh yeah, baby.
Looked like a giant prescription bottle.
Yeah, it's fucking weird. Well, 'cause I guess doctors use them. Yeah, it does. It's
So-
just like fucking cough syrup.
Yustrael motions to the guards behind you and then looks at you all and says, "You may leave my presence now. Meepo, show them where to find the filthy greenskins."
Luckily, I'm dirty
There's
green.
one.
Alright, our job is done.
She snickers at that. And Meepo begins jogging down the hallway.
Skipping.
Ah. There we go.
And with you all in tow, takes you up to the next door.
Wolf, I hate you.
And he turns around and says to you all, "Follow Meepo's step exactly." And
Noted.
he walks very slowly straight across the center.
I would like to walk very slowly straight across the center.
I want to go
I crab
way
step.
before this freaking... Oh no, I'm going to wait till this goblin goes across first.
I was waiting for everyone
Oh, no.
else.
Okay.
I don't trust you.
So Melissa, or everyone, you see Adri walk straight down the center with no trouble, and she makes it across to the other door.
Go on.
Go, goblin.
I feel this is a trap.
Just don't walk
Alright.
off the center line.
I do the same thing as Adrian.
Okay.
I wait till he gets to the end, then I'll do the same.
Okay.
I sidestep like a crab through the same
Oh
thing.
my god.
As soon as you step off the center, Wolf, you
What? I didn't
immediately.
step off the center.
You said you crab walked.
Yeah,
He
you
crab
crab walk
walks.
sideways.
Oh,
Down
you
the center.
you sidestepped. I see. I thought you meant that
Yeah.
you like sidestepped off to the side. Okay, then yeah, you all make
So
it
he was
across.
Slide.
Yeah, he did that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then yeah, you make it. You all make it across without any issue.
Sorry.
And
Power twist. Ooh.
To what?
I said power thrust to the left.
And he brings you.
Eggs.
As soon as you reach this corner of the room, he says, "Be very quiet. Goblins here. They don't know about this way."
I say in Goblin.
Maybe we should.
Oh, so stealth roll.
I shout in Goblin. They're coming for you!
Will stealth go off again?
Dexterity. Do you really do that, Jesse?
No, I was kidding.
I
Okay.
got 11.
Why do you think like I'm trying to kill everyone?
Because you have?
What are you talking about?
Cobblesmith.
Hey, that was a legitimate strategy.
Oh, boy.
I rolled an 18 for stealth.
Okay.
Let's see.
Whoops, my bad.
So 12 total.
You're not a very good rogue.
Why are you being an asshole just to me?
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This is my bad. Meepo
Okay.
does not take you this way.
What?
Instead, Meepo
already
takes
lost
you
Dream.
back this way. And he takes you up to this one.
This is
Ah.
fucking racist.
Jeez. Too far.
This is racist. You're like, this is racist. How is it racist?
I don't know.
And he takes you all the way down through here. Up to this door. That was my bad. I'm sorry. I misread my notes.
That's okay.
Same thing applies. He still says, shh, goblins are through here. Be quiet, be careful. They don't know about this way.
Walking
My
order.
stealthy was a 15.
All right, so Melissa got a 15,
18 for Wolf.
18 for Wolf. Steven got a 2,
11.
11. Jesse got
Well,
12. Okay.
Okay, those aren't bad.
Walking order.
Yeah. What is your walking order?
I'd like to be the third or last.
I'll
I
be
go
first.
first.
I'm last.
Okay.
Okay. I like how the big beefy tank is never the first one to go.
I know.
Bad tank.
That's okay. I'll be brave. Meepo, we tight. Can you rename him?
Willpower.
I want his name to be Meepo.
Meepo.
Is that not his name?
Yay! Thank you.
You're welcome. So he brings you guys into this room, and the room is, for the most part, empty. There is some, there's some crumbled flagstones and some stains on the wall and some rat droppings, but it is otherwise, for the most part, empty. There we go.
Oh, sorry.
What? Okay. So he... Gosh darn it. I keep losing my map because I keep pressing random buttons. There we go. Alright, so he brings you in here and very quietly walks up to the door and begins creeping it open and looking in.
I'll
And
follow.
he says that the way looks clear. And so he brings you guys in.
Hi.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Bless you.
Bless you.
And as soon as you guys come in, you can see up against this wall here is an old fountain. Dust and odd bits of stony debris and rubble lie scattered across the floor. An ornate fountain is built into the eastern wall. Though it's cracked and stained, the fountain's overarching carving of a diving dragon retains its beauty. A relief-carved stone door stands on the western wall.
Is it still working or dried up?
It is a dried-up fountain. A thin layer of scum actually coats the fountain's basin, but it's otherwise dry. Yeah.
I turn to the goblin. How much for you to drink some?
Shut up.
While they want to point it out for no reason, let's roll an investigation check. 11.
All right. You take a look at it, and it just looks like an old fountain, just kind of crumpled. Aside from the statue, which still looks pretty, the rest of it is kind of meh.
Okay.
I draw a mustache on it.
All right. You draw a mustache on the dragon.
You don't have charcoal. I do.
It was now a mustachioed dragon. He dips his finger in the scum and puts it on. Like
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you'll draw with it.
Finger starts to shrivel up and disappear.
What's that?
Nothing.
It shrivels up and disappears. No, that's just my tongue.
And
Right.
as you guys look around the room, the door on the west side, so immediately to your left, has carvings that show skeletal dragons. There is a inscription in a language that you don't understand, but looks similar to the runes that you had seen in the previous room.
Mm-hmm. I stop and I ask Meepo, what does that say?
He turns and looks at the door and scrutinizes it for a second, and he says out loud, "Rebuke dead, open way."
What does that
Thanks.
mean?
We're trying to be sneaky.
He shrugs and just says,
Oh.
"Meepo no come this way. Meepo not sure."
How do you know where we're going?
And then I say thank you.
How do you know where we're going?
He means like not in the door there. He's not sure what's
okay.
that way. And for the most part, he's only come about this far. He hasn't tried to like sneak in there or anything.
Does he say, Mr. Frodo, this is the farthest I ever been. If I step over here now, it'd be the farthest I ever been from home. And then they...
Oh, civilized.
Remember what Gandalf used to say?
Lick my bullet on it.
Fly, you fools.
But Meepo walks up to this corner and points down the hallway and says, this way to goblins."
Well, let's go this way to goblins.
Are you
And
joining
I
us?
say,
Let's go this way.
What'd you
do
say,
you want
Melissa?
me to lead the way? He's
Meepo,
standing off to the side.
yeah, Meepo looks at you and then the tiefling who just said, "Are you joining us?" And he says, "Meepo not sure of way past this, but there's a door to the left, just down this hallway that you need take."
Okay. Nope. Keep the doors unlocked for us.
I walk up here.
Are we still doing our walking order, or...?
Yeah, I was...
You guys. Oh, there's ones up there too.
Yeah, so down the hallway ahead of you, you can see some doorways laying out in front of you.
Okay.
Are
they like...
The section of hallway contains 6 doors, all slightly ajar, and the area smells musky. And there is a door right there.
I'm gonna
Point to the... Alright,
sneak over to the door.
look at Meepo. This door? When we get up there.
He nods very fervently and says, "That should be door to goblins."
Close down all the other doors.
Let's take door to goblins.
He shrugs and says, Meepo no come this way. Meepo not sure what lie back there.
Do you even pay attention?
Do we want to investigate the other way first?
Yeah, let's sneak up and I'd like to sneak up and peer around into this ajar room.
Yeah.
The one here on the left?
Yeah.
Let's all start picking a door, I say.
So you look inside this one here, Melissa.
Mhm.
And inside, there is some rubble. There are some old clothes and some like dead plants or twigs. And it looks to be kind of like a nesting area.
Great.
I'm gonna open the door the rest of the way
Okay.
and look inside the rest of the room.
Okay. So as you walk in there, you hear something stirring in the nest, and out pops
Cousin!
a giant rat,
Oh, good.
and it immediately lunges at you to attack. So go ahead and roll me that initiative.
9.
9. All right. The rest of you?
I got 5.
Since I'm stealthing, I want to just slowly open this door until I see the whole room or something out of the ordinary, like a giant rat.
Natty 20.
Did you roll initiative, Steven?
Oh no. Ooh, I also got a nat 20.
Alrighty.
Fuck.
What are your dexterity bonuses?
0.
+2.
0.
Well, I got 4, so it'd be 9.
All right. Please be sure to add your dexterity bonuses. That will make a difference.
Alright, so I'm at 22 then.
Okay.
Yeah,
0.
well, jeez.
All
Beat the crap out of the rat.
So,
So she's blocking the doorway.
Melissa,
Oh,
as soon as the rat jumps out, it screeches at you. Wolf, you hear from inside a rat screech.
Wait, are these actually doors or are they just openings?
They are wooden doors that have been ajar.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they weren't locked or shut or anything. And Steven, as you peer in, yours appears to be empty.
Good.
Okay.
Way to run off, Steven.
Yeah, no problem. She's blocking the door anyways. I'll check this one out.
Oh my gosh. Let's aggro as much shit as we can.
Do it.
Pull all the rooms.
So, Wolf, you are first. What you doing?
Well, this door is blocked. The way is shut, so I'm going right.
The way is shut.
Okay.
Yeah, so let's just aggro everything.
I'm just gonna walk in. You know? Like, I know no stealth or whatever stealth I'm using.
So as soon as you walk in, another rat is just crawling out of a nest that's in that room as well.
Cool.
Now that we're in combat, or I guess we're still not stealthing, or like would I be just not them?
As far as you know, the rats do not notice you, but they did immediately notice Melissa, who opened the door, and Wolf, who just walked on in.
Okay.
Rolling for that Warhammer smash. 7 plus 4.
11.
11.
11 to hit.
Yeah.
Where did my rats go?
Up your butt.
They're right there.
You got butt rats.
Mm-hmm.
Not again.
Yes, again.
Oh, there it is.
We didn't do this at my
11 does
last
not hit.
Oh.
Weak.
week.
I'm done. I'm done.
I am done.
Mamma mia.
Okay, so that's all you do?
Yeah.
All right, so the rat goes crawling out of its nest, and you try to take a swing at it, and it scurries out of the way real quick before it can, before you can land a hit. Steven, it is your turn.
I'm checking this farmer.
The one here?
Yep.
Okay. What was your stealth again?
11.
Okay. So you peer into the room, and there does not appear to be anything in there aside from rubble and dust and junk.
Okay, next room.
So you move over to that one.
Yep.
All right. And as soon as you open the door, you see a rat that is just scurrying out of its nest as well.
Does it notice me?
It did notice you open the door, yes.
I feel left out.
Okay.
Let's all
Opening
just-
door doesn't count as an action.
No, it was already mostly open. You just kind of were like peering in and pushed it open a little bit more as you moved into it.
Okay, I'm gonna fall back some.
Okay.
I'm not, because there's a wall, so I won't be in his. You
Yeah.
won't get an attack of opportunity,
Correct.
right?
Yeah, you'll be fine.
Hey, there's one in the far room. Let's see if we'll just come down here. I ain't about losing health. Well, against rats.
All right. Is that all you're doing then?
Wait, hold on. 5, 10, 15, 20, 30.
Alrighty. So after that, it is going to be the rat's turn. One rat is going to attack Wolf. As it comes clambering out of its nest, it gets its foot snagged on some of the nesting and falls flat on its back and is rolling on the floor. And does not manage to attack you. The next one is going to attack Melissa. It comes scurrying out of the nest and leaps at you, and you manage to step out of the way right quick, and it slams into the wall. And then
Taking how much damage?
taking no damage. It just like jumped at her. And this one is going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Good.
And chasing after Pharaoh, it's going to go and attempt to bite Pharaoh.
Oh, I was one short. Crap. Do you count the space you were in?
No, so 5, 10,
I mean, he started
15,
like
20. Yeah, but
Yeah, he
you did
started
start
over
over here,
he
so you
started
moved
here.
Oh, yeah, you're right,
5,
you're right, you're right.
and then 10, 15, 20,
I guess-
25, 30. No, you would be right there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because normally you would have gone one more further, but because you had used 5 feet to travel to that other door, and then the remaining 25 to get back.
Gotcha.
Does a
12 or higher.
it hits then.
Okay.
14. So it bites at you and does 5 points of damage.
Yay.
So it chasing you as you run away, yelling, "There's one back here!" It's skittering across the floor, leaps at you, and bites at your ankle, and digs deep into your heel.
Good.
What did we learn about going away from the party?
Do it more frequently.
Yep.
Precisely.
I need to get my health potion back.
I don't know.
And after that, Melissa, it is your turn.
I'm gonna go to hit at the rat with my longsword.
Okay.
17 to hit.
Oh, yeah.
Yay. And then I have to find the D8. D8? Yeah,
Who
that's
the
a D8.
Woof.
What?
And then we only add our strength to the damage, right? Not our proficiency.
Correct.
8 damage.
8 damage. All right. So Melissa, the rat just slammed itself into the wall, bounced off of it, and landed in front of you. You immediately and swiftly take your sword and just cleave it in two. No problem. It's just immediately dead.
Yay!
All right. Anything else you want to do?
I'll move back out into the hall.
Okay. All right. So Jesse, Melissa, if you're done, it is Jesse's turn.
Yep.
I hit this rat.
All right. Roll to hit.
11.
That does not hit.
That was my first hand. And the other one didn't hit either.
All right. So this rat that just comes jumping down the hallway, like just bouncing essentially right after Pharaoh, bites him in the ankle. You immediately grab your scimitars and begin to slice at it, swinging one hand and then the other. And then you realize that you're about to get too close to hitting Pharaoh, so you kind of like adjust your angle at the last second, and it manages to miss the rat. And after the first attack missing, it kind of jumps out of the way as the second one comes in and misses as well. Wolf.
All right. Same shit.
And then Wolf.
Another day.
After Wolf is
Same
Steven,
shit.
so think about what you want to do.
10 plus 4 is 14.
That hits.
I feel like I'm forgetting to add something.
Proficiency and strength modifier,
Yeah.
if you're proficient with the weapon.
I am proficient with the weapon, so it would be 16. My
Okay.
bad.
That's all right.
Okay. D10. Uh, 4 plus 4. Big ol' 8.
Big ol' 8.
Yeah.
All right. So same, just like with Melissa, but with this one, the rat, as it got stuck in its bedding and rolled out, it's now flailing on its back. You just kind of mercifully take your hammer and just drop it on it, and it just squishes it and splatters. Anything
Oh,
else?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Steven, it is your turn.
So I just realized I'm proficient in simple weapons. Is spear considered a simple weapon?
Let me check.
Yes, it is a simple weapon.
It is a simple weapon.
What about daggers and light crossbow?
Daggers
Dagger,
are a
yes.
simple weapon. Light crossbow is a simple ranged weapon. So if you're proficient in simple weapons, then a ranged weapon would be included.
Awesome. All right. Cool. Wish I knew that earlier. Then I'm gonna poke him with my spear.
Alrighty.
Poke him! Poke
Jab
him!
away.
Strength rate. Yeah. 19 plus 120.
That hits.
What's it?
Yay.
D6. Three.
3 points of damage.
Do I add my proficiency to that?
No, just your skill modifier. So I think it would be strength is what you're using.
Yeah, but that's negative
Minus
1.
1.
All right. So you don't add any damage, or you don't reduce any damage, but when you're attacking with it, you do -1 to hit.
All right, I'm thinking of my agonizing blast thing where I add my modifier. Okay.
Yeah. So,
Gotcha.
so for you, because your strength is -1, when you go to hit something, you have
Yeah.
-1 to hit. So if you roll a 10, it becomes a 9. But with your proficiency, which is currently
Plus
2,
1.
it evens out to 1. Yeah. So.
Yay!
All right. So yeah, you do 3 points of damage to that. It is going to be the rat's turn. You being the thing that just hit it, and it's solely locked on wanting to attack you. It's going to attack you again.
See if I can go unconscious.
Let's see if you can. Does a
12 or higher.
24 hit.
No. Nope, it doesn't.
Twice.
What are you at right now, Steven?
5.
Oh.
Because your stupid bat things that attacked you earlier took me down 4.
So this time, the rat, having bit your ankle, begins scampering up your body, and ends up. It climbs up to your neck and bites into your neck,
Ow.
Nice.
and drops you to the ground, and it deals 6 points of damage.
Yay! I'm unconscious.
It rolled a natural 20.
Oh,
Nice.
awesome.
So,
One.
is he...
Does it do a
would
crit?
healing stabilize him?
He is currently unconscious and will begin making death saving throws.
Yes,
And
but if he
you,
were healed, would it stabilize?
if you heal him, yes. If you force feed him a potion, it would stabilize him. If you spend your turn to do a medicine check, you could potentially stabilize him that way as well. And by potentially, I mean because it would be a medicine check, so you'd have to roll for it. But healing potion or that could stabilize him. Stabilizing.
Your armor class goes off your dexterity, right?
If that's what your armor goes off of, yes.
I don't know. Leather armor.
You're wearing leather armor. Leather armor is
Or studded leather armor.
12 plus your dexterity modifier.
Yeah, thank you.
Mhm.
I'll be ranking that up. Next level.
So, Melissa, it is your turn.
I will
Kill the
try
rat
to
first.
do a medicine check on him.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me the medicine check.
Good. A natural 1 plus 4 is 5.
So you attempt to go for his neck to try and help stop the bleeding, and the rat is still dug into his neck, trying to pull out some of the muscle and sinew, and you're unable to get it away from him to stop the bleeding.
Good. I know
Steven
that
dies to
you
a
said,
rat.
like, us taking a potion is a bonus action. Would feeding him a potion be a bonus action?
Feeding someone else a potion would be an action, but taking one yourself would be a bonus action, because you're essentially taking it, shoving it in their mouth, and trying to force feed it instead of you just coughing one.
Then my turn's over.
Okay. So then, Jesse, it is your turn.
I help the idiot, and I give him. So does force feeding him bring him up to 0, or does it
If
just increase?
you force feed him a potion, it heals him just like a potion would.
Okay.
Interesting.
So I'm gonna spend my turn healing Steven.
Okay.
I'm gonna give him.
Swear to God, if I get res and this rat kills me again.
So is the rat on him?
It was at his neck, yeah.
So that means I can't feed him it? No.
You, in the sense of flavor, I am adding this. So technically, the rat is still in front of him. It was just attacking him. Melissa, in flavor, attempted to stabilize him, but I said because she rolled so low, the rat was still there, and she wasn't able to get it away from him to be able to stop the bleeding in his neck and like try to put a patch on it.
Okay.
So if you wanted to force feed him one for flavor, you could. I'll probably have you do like a quick strength check to see about pushing the rat away, and then force feeding him the potion. So
Say I can't.
So unless
Okay.
you like royally fail the check, you'll be just fine.
So I rolled a 16 for strength
Okay.
plus, so it'd be 17.
So you're able to reach over and grab the rat and just kind of toss it back at the floor, and then you force feed him the potion.
So it's 2d4 plus 2.
Yeah, so Steven would roll that.
Oh,
I do?
Steven. Yeah. Don't fail it.
Well, he's the
Steven.
one rolling. Okay.
He's feeding it to you, but it's going in your body, so I'm gonna have you roll it.
4 and a 3 plus 2, 9. Yay!
There you go, 9 hit points.
I didn't do anything for you.
Thanks, Chieftain Farquaad. You're my hero.
So
As you should call me.
essentially what Melissa was trying to do was she was trying to stabilize him to keep him from having to do death saving throws without using spell slots or a potion, which is why there's more of a skill check to that. So, just in case there's any confusion about that.
Okay, Wolf, kill it.
All right. Big smash, come through.
Natural 1.
Wait,
Um,
what did you roll?
Hold on. 5 plus 6, 11.
That just misses. So you run up to try and smash it. You see it's at the tiefling's neck. You see the goblin throw it away, and as soon as it hits the ground, you go to smash it like the mole that it is, and it bounces out of the way.
Damn.
And you end up
okay.
missing. So Steven, having been assaulted by the rat, falling to the ground, and having your neck torn out, suddenly you're awake again, and you're laying on the ground and you're gasping for air, and you can feel blood trickling down your neck. And the goblin is just hovering over you with this grimace and nasty poop-smelling breath. Just.
I
And-
thought it was going to be more graceful than that.
And you've got you see a bottle in his hand, and it looks like the potion bottle that you had given back to him.
Nice. I smile, but like squinting
best
my eyes because his breath is stinging my eyes.
Oh,
Oh my god.
So you, to stand up, you would need to spend half your movement, and then you can proceed with your turn.
Okay. So I spent half my movement, and I guess I'll poke him with my spear again.
Alrighty.
17, 18.
That hits.
3 again.
Alright, so you deal 3 more damage. The rat is
Getting
looking
pissed off.
bloody and very not good.
Hey.
It is the rat's turn.
Oh God. I'm sorry, Steven.
Seeing how you just poked me.
I'm gonna roll a different die.
Oh, thanks.
You're welcome.
Was it really that one?
Yep, it was really a natural one.
Poked him in
So,
the mouth as soon as he lunged at me.
you stand up, and the rat tries to lunge at you again, just as you stab it, and you stab it, and it pushes it back another 5 feet that way.
Nice.
And gets flung backward. Yeah, Melissa, it is your turn again.
Okay, I'm gonna try to hit it with my thing, with my long sword.
Oh, okay. Hit him with that long sword.
Oh, it fell off the table.
That's okay.
Huh, it's a 2 plus 5 is a 7.
That unfortunately does not hit.
I figured.
I rush up. Stand back, Steven! Throw him back.
Throw him back far.
With godly strength, the goblin
The adrenaline.
slams the tiefling in the chest, and he goes
Who's worried
flying
about his
back.
And I don't attack my friend. So,
How much damage did it do to Steven?
18. No,
9.
that was towards the rat. 8. So that was 20 total.
It's a hit. Okay, that one definitely hits. Just roll damage.
And oh, okay. Okay. So I rolled 1 on my poison and my thing, but so plus my dexterity is 5, 6 total.
All right, so 6 total. Jesse, having just assisted the tiefling back to his feet, springs between the tiefling and the elf and the orc and the rat, and yells, "You won't harm my friend!" and just takes both swords, and they're not stabbing weapons, keep this in mind, but he takes them and stabs the rat with his scimitars. And he basically,
Through the eye sockets.
he thirds the rat.
Oh my god.
So instead of quartering it, slicing it into 4 pieces, he thirds it, cuts it into 3 pieces, just like 3 separate pieces.
Beautiful.
And the rat is now dead.
Woo! One more room to check.
That sucked.
I like Steven has no thank you.
Oh, yeah, I guess you guys can see up that way.
Oh, is it like...
Yeah, that's at the other end of the hall. So you begin. You guys want to go through and check the...
We gotta check this last one. Get in there, George. Good chunks.
I'm
I'm
in.
sure a rat would have came out by now.
All right. So, are you guys all taking the time to check the cells?
I go in this one.
That's the last one, so. Unless
So,
there's things in here.
3 of the cells, this one, and this one, all had rats' nests in them. This one, and this one are all empty.
Cool. I'd like to
I-
go through the rat's nest.
Yeah, I was going to do the same for this one.
Okay, so Melissa, you go through that one. Jesse, you go through the other one.
Sure,
How
why
big are the
not?
rat's penises?
What?
Tiny.
Probably
How big are the rat's penises?
smaller than the cultists.
I mean, yeah. What size are we talking? Like, Rome's
Please don't make me Google how big a rat's penis is.
I need you to. I need to know.
Yeah, I didn't find anything. I got 2.
I'd say about
How
These
big
are
are
giant
rat
rats,
penises?
remember.
maybe an inch and a half. I'd say.
You know, I'm honestly not getting any results online.
Can't imagine
You're
why.
not getting any result. But it's
Because you're using Google.
I am using
Rat
Google.
penis.
how long is a rat penis?
Okay.
I hope you guys know
Size
people are gonna
does
listen to
matter if you're a
this.
rat.
7
They
to
really-
8 millimeters long is one that I'm reading here.
Okay, but it's a giant rat.
Yeah,
All right,
all the
so,
images I'm showing
like,
are really tiny.
Double. We'll just say it's like an inch.
I don't want it.
I'm glad.
Whoa. You into rat penis? I'm looking through this
Dictionary,
nest
rat penis.
before it gets any weirder.
Alrighty. Yeah. Give me a second. So Jesse, you find 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 silver pieces
Okay.
and
I put it
6 gold pieces.
9 silver, 6 gold. I added to the party pool.
Okay.
Is Wolf keeping a tally on that?
What? No, I can't. 1 second. Sorry, I was looking at rat penises.
Didn't we have the party
Yeah,
pool?
we had one
Was Wolf
started
doing
before.
that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
The only
I
thing
got
we
one.
haven't put in there is the sapphires.
Well, I have it totaled, but it's all divided up. Okay. What is what?
6 silver, 9 gold, right?
Okay.
No. 9 silver, 6 gold.
Oh, sorry. I
That's
thought
okay.
it was the other way around.
Nope. 9 silver, 6 gold. And then you find 1 gem, 1 tiny gem.
Mm-hmm.
That is. Oh, that's not the right PDF. That is an opaque mottled deep blue.
Okay.
Okay.
I add it to the party pool.
Okay. And so notate that the gem is worth 5 gold pieces, because I'll probably forget that.
The gem's worth 5 gold.
Yeah, but it's in gem form. And
Okay.
it is a small, opaque mottled, like MOTTLED,
Yeah, I
big
got
gem.
all that.
Okay. Melissa, you find 5 silver pieces and 6 gold pieces. 6 gold pieces.
Yay.
And then let me roll this last one. You find 1 gem worth 5 gold pieces. And then Steven, you looked at the last one, right?
Yeah, I rolled a 2.
You didn't have to do an investigation check.
Oh. Okay.
So you find 4 silver piece. I'm sorry, 6 silver pieces, 2 gold pieces, and let's do this one. 3 gems worth 5 gold pieces each.
Got all that, Wolf?
I hope
Yes.
so. Okay. I will be right back in like a couple minutes, okay?
Okay.
Perfect.
The gems that Steven found were malachite.
Hang on. Okay.
And
Hi,
the
break.
gem that Melissa found was a blue quartz.
Ooh.
And the one that Jesse found is an azurite. I was going to go through the trouble of just having you guys identify them, but they're small pieces of gems, so I'm not going to worry about it.
Okay. Oh, so be right back.
The bigger ones I'll have you guys identify at some point, but
Fair.
the small ones, whatever, they're 5 gold pieces. I'm not going to go through that hassle.
Aw.
Alrighty, are you ready?
Yeah.
I guess.
I mean,
Let's
we
do
can
it.
stop playing. That's fine by me.
No, that's right. We'll do everything you want to do.
All right. Stephen the Ungrateful.
I think I've died the most of everybody so far.
Yeah, I think you have dropped the most out of everybody. In fact, I don't think anyone else has gone unconscious.
I don't think anyone else
Because I
has.
keep rushing in like an idiot.
Yeah, you always find yourself in the worst predicaments.
I also have really low AC.
Yeah. Tip tap tap tip tap 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 tip tip tap tap tip.
I'm typing out the loot list.
Oh, okay, cool. I like how Wolf has just been dubbed the official.
Loot keeper.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it.
Thanks, Wolf. You're the best.
You got it.
My dry erase board's only so big.
Fleshy
Fair.
goblin skull.
Oh yeah, he's Wolf has been writing everything down, so he's got to transcribe everything back electronically.
Hey, Cody.
Yeah.
You should give us some stuff with some good penises.
Or just.
Am I not
Maybe
good enough
not.
for you, Melissa?
I mean, you've got a great penis,
Whoa.
but I don't
Yes, he
want to
does.
cut it off and wear it on my belt.
Fair.
So I need a creature that I can do that
I
with.
will say that is very weird to hear coming from a druid.
You got a great cock.
Only from bad things.
I mean, we got a goblin here nobody likes. And you're about to fight a bunch of goblins, actually.
Wow.
You know,
I wish I
green
could
penis.
siphon this potion back out of Steven's mouth.
That'd be some sorcery.
Jesse slices you
goblin.
with his scimitar right in the stomach, and all the potion just drains out.
Your body
you
didn't
got
digest
You got
it.
a penis on you?
He does. It's black.
What?
It might be smaller than rats, anyways.
Fair.
He's a black
would be-
tiefling. His skin is black.
Oh, I thought we were
I
talking
didn't know
about.
that.
Yeah.
I thought we were talking about.
We were talking about
Mine
you,
was green.
Steven.
No.
And you're like, it's smaller than rats.
Okay, sorry, we good.
Oh, I meant the goblin.
Oh,
Oh,
Jesse's.
okay.
He's green.
Alright, that's what I thought.
No, that's what I thought. I'll follow in behind Pharaoh.
I guess perception check on this room.
Doop, 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 doop. A perception check on the room is.
On the room ahead of you.
I'm really bad at seeing things. I got a 2.
Well, you're very lucky you didn't roll a 1, but
It's a room.
immediately in front of you, you see a hole in the floor.
Oh.
And then, with an easy cursory glance over to the door that's across the room, you see another hole.
Good.
The cobblestone
Oh.
floor contains 2 trapdoors blocked by iron spikes. The north wall holds a dry fountain carved with an overarching diving dragon, very similar to the one in the past room that you saw, and a faint, rotten stench pervades the room.
Well, as much as I would love falling into these holes.
You can walk around them.
So is there like
okay.
a spike trap? Like just a bunch of spikes at the bottom?
Looking down into the first one, you can see that it's about 20 feet deep, and it contains only small rat bones, rusted metal bits, and other pieces of filth.
Filthy boy.
So there's nothing that would like harm me down there that I know of?
Aside from the
Like those-
fall.
Okay. Well, I have rope.
That's true.
Why just send like an angel down?
The last thing I need to do is go into a pit and get killed.
There.
I'll let somebody else investigate it if they want.
I'll pour one out for you.
You already did.
No, I meant like when he's down there, I'll just pour it onto him.
Great. Then I gotta roll a percentage die to see if it lands in his mouth, and
Is there a way around this?
yeah, you can walk around it.
Okay.
There's probably about a 2-foot sized catwalk around each pit.
Okay.
I'm gonna go to this side. No, I'm gonna let somebody else go in first.
Hold one first.
Melissa, the brave.
I'm in.
Alrighty.
Cool.
I mean,
I don't know. I'm being cautious now. I'm tired of wasting everybody's health potions.
do you guys want to investigate anything? Like roll an
I'd like to look
investigation
around the
check?
room.
Okay.
Yeah. Investigation on the room. Yeah. Oh, off the table.
Alrighty. Make those investigation rolls, you handsome devil. and beautiful
If I'm
devil.
looking around the room, would it be perception?
If you're not trying to scrutinize anything, just looking around would be perception.
I mean, I'm not trying to like find traps or.
Okay, yeah, just perception then.
Okay,
14.
23.
23.
Wow.
And 14 investigation, Steven?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got 7.
Uh,
9.
So, Melissa, you immediately notice that all around the dusty floor are some fresh rat tracks that seem to be going back toward the way you came, and also a bunch heading into and out of the door to the west.
Can you say that again?
There are a bunch of, like, rat footprints
Ah,
going to and from the room that you're in and the room to the left. And a lot more faintly, you see some human footprints heading into that room, and only a couple... you see, I think, about 3 or 4 pairs of footprints heading in, and only 2 or 3 heading out.
What is this?
That is a fountain.
hole.
Okay.
Oh, a mountain. Just.
Working fountain or dried up as well?
Are they humanoid footprints or human?
Humanoid footprints.
Okay, sorry. Just
And
wanna
I'm
make
going
sure.
to tell them that I see footprints in the area, so everyone be careful. But that I also see human footprints going in and less humanoid footprints coming out.
And Steven, to answer your question, the fountain is dried up. It looks very much like the one in the other room that you were in.
Okay. Is that the only things in here? The fountain and 2 pits?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And the trail of footprints that Melissa noticed.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say, should we go in?
Yar.
Yar.
Yar har,
Alright.
babies.
Oh, that's
I guess
not
that's
me.
what I got of
I
the
ride
fountain
the elf.
for investigation.
I ride the elf.
Get him off me.
Yes, Steven.
Okay. Okay.
I'm gonna.
Do we want to stealth into this one or not?
Yeah. Stealth. Oh, it fell off the table.
Oops.
19.
All right.
Ah, a natural one.
Really
Awesome.
good being stealthy.
No, I also rolled a 1.
Good.
All right.
I got 22 total.
All right. So you all are feeling super stealth.
Guess we should decide who was going to go in first.
I will.
Cool.
The person who got or whatever.
Well, he doesn't know he got a 1.
Yeah, that's true.
All right. So, Wolf, you go charging on in.
I'll
Yeah.
follow behind him.
All righty.
Grunting and dancing.
There's
So-
absolutely nothing.
As soon as you swing open the door, an oppressive smell of rot and garbage and filth just fills the air. And
shit.
as soon as you enter in, you see chewed carcasses of cave rats, smaller vermin, a few humanoid-looking creatures, and the bodies that lay upon the floor of filth, old bones, hair, fur, all combined to make a particularly large and vile rat's nest.
Awesome.
I believe
Back
this
your
is a
phone,
joke.
Jesse.
Thanks. I haven't made that joke 300 times already.
Got a bad feeling about this room,
Me too.
but there could be lots of loot.
Loot everybody.
I say we start bashing shit together.
Of course you do. What? What are you doing? Do you have your eyes clamped closed?
No, I had dice in them.
Oh, they look like little clamps.
Alrighty, so are you all heading in there?
We're
I'm
already-
hanging out just for the moment.
Okay.
I'm around the corner.
So Wolf, you immediately go in and begin rummaging through some of the rat's nest,
I'm going in
Hell
with him.
yeah.
and Melissa, you go in behind him. As soon as you
Oh,
walk
rummage.
in, the same waft of death and decay hits you, and you immediately begin to see the half-orc begin rummaging through bits of the garbage, and as soon as he does so,
Yep.
Oh, good.
A dead rat comes out.
a rat pops up there,
Oh, good.
a rat pops up here,
Oh, good.
and a rat pops up back here,
Oh my cat.
and an even
Oh,
bigger rat
good.
Hey, Steven, stay back. We don't want you to get mortally wounded
pops
Thanks,
up
man.
right
by
there.
level 1 rats, okay?
You're mortal rat.
Hey, you all just keep the doorway clear. I'll be able to shoot at him.
So
Keep him from the doorway.
you are immediately confronted by 3 giant rats, along with a monstrously swollen female rat.
Monstrally swole rat.
Hot.
He's swole, bro.
What a sexy beast.
Rolling initiative.
Yeah, roll
Roll an
initiative.
initiative.
I got 22.
I got a
Oh my
3.
gosh, they both fell off the table.
I got 13.
So
I got a 3.
Jesse got 22.
High
Yeah.
five.
Melissa got 13.
No, I got a 3.
Oh, you got a 3. Who got 13?
Yeah.
Wolf got 13.
There it is.
And Steven, you got...
A 3.
Do you have a modifier, Melissa?
No. It's 0.
Me too.
We're
and-
friends. We're twinning.
Alrighty.
Because I love dying. I don't love dying.
Apparently I do.
Alright, so Jesse, you will be going first.
So I have a question.
Yeah?
When I come in, can I sneak attack this rat? Since it's facing this way.
Yeah, I would say that you would be able to do that.
Okay.
For your first turn, you would be able to get the drop on it.
So, let me see how that works. Blah 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 blah. First, once per turn, you can deal an extra D6 damage to one creature you hit with an attack. If you have advantage on attack roll, the attack must use a finesse or range weapon. You don't need an advantage to attack roll. Blah 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 blah.
You're looking at
So
sneak attack
Yeah, so I just get an extra D6.
for damage, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going in with both my scimitars though.
Yeah, so you would only get it on your first hit, not the second hit. So if you hit with both, it's only the first hit.
Okay, so 22
That does hit,
and 20.
and that also
Big
hits.
butt.
No, well, natural 20. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, well, that definitely hits.
Yeah, yeah.
Double damage.
So my first one, should I just roll my D6 with my poison, and then just roll another? Okay, I'm trying to think of how to do
All
this.
right, so roll the standard d6.
Okay. 6.
Roll the 4.
4.
Roll another d6.
1.
Okay.
So
11.
okay, wait. So 6. The first 6 should be added with 4 to be 10.
So what you'll do is you can add the 2 6s and then add your dexterity bonus to it.
So 7 plus 4 is 11.
Plus
Plus
the other 4.
4 is 15.
Mm-hmm.
Then that was my first hand, and I attacked my second hand as well. Can I just see how much I get?
Go for it. For the record, it's dead already, but go
I
for
know,
it.
but a 6 and a 2. So another 8 plus that. So I kind of lost track how much I already had.
So 8, which would be... so 6 and 2 is 8.
Oh, yeah,
You
and
would
that'd be
double
doubled.
That's 16. So...
So I doubled that, yeah, so 16 plus my 15.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So 31.
Yeah. The
Do I
rat.
put fear into everyone in my party?
Probably not your party,
Okay.
but the rat is eviscerated. All that is left in your wake is a mist of blood. It's gone.
Pink mist achievement.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gone. It's dead. Bye-bye.
Can I say the blood is like all over my face,
Sure.
and I'm filled with rage?
Sure. You are filled with rage that does absolutely nothing for you.
I know.
Okay, I must clarify. Alrighty, so it is the rat's turn next.
Good.
After the rat's turn, Wolf, it'll be your turn.
Isn't this rat dead?
Yeah, that rat's dead.
He's actually not dead. He's just gone.
Fair.
I'm sorry,
Enemy
Cody.
loot all
I
the
just
time.
had to throw it away.
That's okay. I still need it so that way I can go back through and tally everything that you've killed.
Okay, sorry.
That's okay. So the the two rats there are going around Wolf are going to attack Wolf. The first one rolls a 21. And
Yeah, it
then
hits.
the big rat, oop, I just dropped my die. The big rat rolls a 5.
That does not.
Sorry, 5, 7. It rolls a 7.
Still no.
Okay. So the first rat hits you and does 3 points of damage.
Okay.
Okay.
And yeah, the second rat misses you. Melissa, because you came in just after him, I'm going to say you were probably here by the time the rats attacked, if that's okay. This rat's going to take a step up and go to attack you.
Cool.
And it rolls a 17.
Yeah, hits.
And that fell off my book. Wow, I need to stop using this D4. It also does 3 points of damage to you.
Cool.
I think I've rolled a 1 on it like the past 4 times that I've used it.
No, keep using that one.
Yeah, keep doing it.
So that ends the rat's turn. Wolf, it is your turn. And then after that, it'll be Melissa's turn.
Okie dokie. I'm gonna pop my rage.
Okay?
Are you gonna pop a boner?
No.
So does this rage actually affect him?
Yes.
Yes, it does.
Okay. Okay.
His strength attacks +2 per rage resist against bludgeon, pierce, slash, half the damage, lasts a minute. So I'm gonna pop rage, and I'm gonna use my warhammer. Okay, so thank fuck that's an advantage roll. So I miss.
You rolled, did you do like a reckless attack or something?
Yeah, because I roll. Yeah,
And you,
I roll a 3 for my highest.
oh wow.
Yeah, so
What was your lowest?
a natural 1.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
3 plus.
3 plus my proficiency plus 6, and I think plus my rage, so 11.
All right, yeah, an 11 would still just miss. You almost hit it, still rolling a 3 with all your bonuses. So you immediately begin raging and are getting ready to bring your hammer down on one of the rats when the rat to your side attacks you and kind of stops, like throws you off a little bit and you miss your attack. Melissa, it is your turn, then Steven, it is yours.
Cool. I'm gonna try to attack with my longsword again.
Do it!
15 plus 5 is 20.
That hits.
Cool. A 1 plus 3 is 4 damage.
Alrighty. So you do 4 damage to that rat.
Mm-hmm.
Jesse, you did like 30 some odd damage to that rat.
31. Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty. Anything else you want to do, Mel?
Nope.
Alright. Then, Steven, it is your turn. Jesse, you come up next.
Awesome.
Scoot over a little bit so I have a line of sight on the queen rat.
Okay.
And I'm gonna shoot, agonize, and blast.
Roll to hit.
I mean, isn't Wolf in the way?
So I'll put 17.
17, that hits.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not gonna for the most part worry about like
9.
that sort of thing unless you're doing like super precise shots that would require you to miss your person. All right, so 9 points of damage to the Queenie.
9.
All right, Jesse.
9.
I move up here
Okay.
and I slash this rat.
Alrighty, roll to hit.
Slashity slash that big fat rat.
20.
That hits.
Okay. A natural 1 on the second hand.
That one misses.
Okay. So should I roll to hit for my damage for the first one?
Yeah.
So 8.
8 points of damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So you run up and slice the rat something fierce and something good, and carve away a good chunk of its flesh, and it turns and hisses at you, but it is still standing. It looks pretty rough, but it's still standing.
I mean, I rolled a natural 1 on my offhand.
Unlike some of the other things, I'm not going to be like, you go to swing for the second one, and you lose your sword. Like...
Okay.
Like, I'm going to try not to
know.
be, like, super, super detrimental on your second hit, or on your natural ones.
Okay.
If you do it consistently enough, I'll probably do something, though.
Okay.
But, alright, so it is the rat's turn. The big mama rat is going to... What?
I just said rat-a-tat-tat.
The big mama rat's going to attack Wolf. Does a 7 hit you, Wolf?
No.
It's the second time I've rolled a 2 on that one. And the other rat is going to attack Jesse. Does a 17 hit you, Jess?
Yeah.
6 points of damage. I switched die. And then the third one for Melissa is a 15
Yeah, that hits.
and 5 points of damage.
Great.
So, Jesse, your rat just bites at you after having the chunk taken out of its flesh. It's very angry, very mad at you. Melissa, yours having just sliced it up pretty good with your long sword, is not happy with you either and decides to take a good bite out of your toe.
Rude. My poor toe.
Is her toe permanently gone?
No, it is not permanently gone.
Okay.
Next up is Wolf, then is Melissa again.
Whoop-de-whoop. Same shit, different fucking turn. Oh, that's much better. So a 17 plus rage, so that's 19.
That hits.
Efficiency, that's 21 plus 4 is 25.
25.
25.
Okay. And then fucking Christ on a stick.
What?
Goodbye, dice. Are you kidding me? There we go. 3 plus strength, so 7 on damage.
7 damage. Alrighty. Oh, that's right. Steven already did damage to it as well, didn't he?
Yep.
9. 9 damage.
Alrighty. And with that, Wolf brings the big ol' hammer down on top of the rat's head and caves it in. It's bloated and swollen, and that was enough damage to do it in right there. So up next is Melissa.
Do babies
All
come
right.
out of it?
Just to make sure, drinking a health potion is a bonus action, right?
Yes.
Cool. So first, I'm gonna try to hit this boy with my long sword.
Go for it.
16 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
4 damage.
Alrighty.
And then
Alright.
I would like to drink my health potion.
Alright. So you carve another chunk out of the rat. It is looking very hurt and on the brink of death. And then you pull out a potion, pop the cork, and start guzzling it like champagne.
So I got a 4, another 4 plus 2. That's 10.
Boom.
Nice.
10 hit points.
That brings me back up to full.
Alrighty. So, Steven, it is your turn, then Jesse, it is yours.
Alright, I'm gonna scoot over here so I can get a line of sight on her rat. Where, you think I'll be able to get a sight?
Yeah.
Thanks, BB.
Alright, attack this one. 15 to 20.
That hits.
Oh, yeah.
5 damage.
On the one that Melissa? Okay.
Yep.
So as soon
Thanks,
as...
pal.
So Melissa slices at it, then chugs a health potion, and you just kind of sweep in from the side, and right around Melissa's side, your bolt of crackling energy slams into the rat and makes it topple over a few times before it rests up against the wall, smoking and dead.
Yeah.
All right.
Go team.
If you're all good to go, Jesse, it is your turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna move into the room. Rest of the way.
Okay.
Does 13 hit?
Yes.
Okay. 12 hit? No, sorry. No. It was 10.
10 does not hit.
Okay. So my first hand hits.
Okay, go ahead and roll damage.
12.
12 points of damage? Yeah. So this rat, big old chunks taken out of it, bloody, sliced up.
Sorry.
Bless you.
Bless you.
You basically just kind of look at it and it falls over and dies.
Yes.
And then I look at Wolf.
You dead, ratty boy.
And then I'm like, oh.
And Wolf glares back.
And then I'm like, oh.
We're bumping up
I
there.
stared deeply into his eyes.
Alrighty. So
These little
there you go.
smidges.
You guys just defeated the big old mama rat.
Yay.
Do.
How big is her
We solved your
penis?
rat puzzle
She
I
does
guess
not
we-
have one.
again.
However,
I
you could probably shove a fist inside.
No, we're not
Grody.
gonna do that.
Grody.
I look for the
Yeah,
pouch.
I would not recommend it. A closer look at the mama rat. She looks
Maybe there's
disease-ridden.
Oh. Backing up.
Does she have babies?
Wolf, you are very lucky she missed both attacks on you.
I know, right?
Is there anything in the nest?
Yeah.
Yeah, do we have to roll for this?
I'm saying it like I was.
Nope.
I was-
You guys just spend the next 10 minutes sifting through the treasure or the rat's nest pile.
You said treasure.
Yeah, the treasure pile.
Freudian slip.
You
Freudian
guys,
slip.
Wolf, get ready.
What? Oh, sorry, I was drinking with my foot.
Impressive.
It hurt really badly.
I bet.
Alright.
It looked like a heavy jug.
Loot.
So, in total, the four of you sifting through uncover 312 silver pieces.
I'm gonna convert that down to gold, and that's 30 gold, right?
Nope.
Or, well, no.
You're keeping it as 312 silver pieces.
God damn it.
Ha.
Okay.
You also find 68 gold pieces.
Jesus.
Nice.
Okay.
You also find 3 various gems.
First one.
They're all worth 25 gold pieces.
Do they have a name?
Money.
You can call one Moss Agate,
Moss agate?
however it's pronounced, an Eye Agate, and a Banded Agate.
In leucine, isoleucine, and tryptophan, and then sporadic acid, and arginine, and
You okay?
glutamine, and glutamic acid, and
They're all 25 gold each.
Yes.
Yeah, I know. Why does he gotta write stuff down? Because he talks so quick.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm like an auctioneer, Steven.
Yeah, exactly.
On
Yeah,
top
blah,
of
blah,
that,
blah, blah.
as you guys begin looking around, you do notice that one of the bodies is a human male, and the human male on it has studded leather armor.
Damn it! Why did I buy mine? I'm gonna grab
I'd
it.
like to
So
search
you're saying
the
we-
mail.
So you're saying we killed a rat that we thought was a rat was actually a person?
No, there is a dead human corpse in there.
Oh,
the
okay.
nest is full of dead bodies.
Yeah.
I'd
Okay,
like
you
to
made it
search
sound like it was.
A human man corpse.
Keep
Okay.
going.
That is, I was kind of just assuming that under spending 10 minutes kind of poking through stuff. So you guys find all the
Oh.
gold and find the guy. And on his body is the studded leather armor, 5 daggers.
Wait, okay, hold on. We're not there yet. A full set of studded leather armor?
Full set of studded leather armor.
Okay.
I want to grab that so I can sell it.
Okay, it's going in. Okay,
For it.
5 daggers.
5 daggers. Okay.
A longbow.
Okay.
And then a backpack with some stuff in it.
Some stuff.
Yeah.
Backpack with
And
stuff.
the stuff is a water skin. A day's
Filled or empty?
filled.
Okay.
A day's worth of rations.
Okay.
A bedroll.
Okay.
A tinderbox.
Okay.
And 3 torches.
Okay.
On the body, you also find a quiver with 6 arrows.
They're arrows, not bolts, I'm guessing.
They are arrows. He had a longbow with him.
Okay.
Okay.
A potion of healing.
Probably give that to Jesse.
Okay.
I'll take that potion of healing.
A pouch that holds 17 gold.
1 second. 68 plus 17 would be.
Oh, so
85?
Yeah,
Nice.
That's what I was
85.
thinking. Thank you. Okay.
And then you find a gold ring on his finger with his name engraved in common.
What's his
Name?
name?
His name is Karakas. Karakas.
Hey, he's not one of the kids.
Yeah, it's one
A-R-A.
of the-
Kas.
It's not one of the kids.
How do you know?
Because I have their names written down on this piece of paper.
Did you?
Mm-hmm. Oh, logic.
And the gold ring is worth 10 gold pieces.
Okay. 1 moment.
Would it be worth if it said somebody else's name, like Candace?
Probably 10 gold pieces.
Okay.
Now, if it said Smeggle, it would be worth at least 5.
At
Hard-
least 5.
Yeah. You might be able to get a couple extra copper in there.
Oh.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's all that you find poking through the rat's nest.
Cool.
So we have found a total of 105 gold thus far. We have found a total of 364 silver thus far. That was for my own benefit, not yours.
So who's the worst wear for now?
I got
I'm
Good
at
one.
full health.
I'm
So I don't
down
need
5
it.
points.
Anything.
Do keep
I
in
mean-
mind at any point you guys can take a short rest to use
Yeah.
some hit die.
I was
Ooh.
going to say that before we move on to the next
Let's take a rest in this
We go.
dying disease.
How long
world.
is a short rest?
An hour.
an hour.
Must be me.
Anyway, what do you guys...
Onward.
So
Alright, we're moving on to the next
you,
room.
You
Let's
spend
go.
the hour resting. Anything you want to do?
Yeah, I would like to find the rest of my fucking pencil. but
All
that's
right.
not happening.
Roll an investigation check.
I just.
Did he win?
That is not helpful.
He rolled a natural 1.
Tell you what, I'll give you advantage.
It's my favorite pencil. God damn it. Let's go. Do whatever. Thing.
All right.
Alright, marching order.
I'm not going first.
Alright, stealth roll. Oh god, I got a 4.
I'll roll my stealthy.
Oh, I dropped it. It fell on the floor. It escaped.
It's off Dex. I got 19.
I got 19 as well.
Yeah, I got a 4.
So 2 19s and 2 4s. Perfect.
Hey,
yeah.
Steven, we're matched again.
Twinsies.
20s. Alright, hurry up and open the door.
All right.
But stealthily open the door.
Wolf stealthily opens the door.
All right. So you guys,
Cobblesmith.
you guys open the door, and inside is an empty room with a door to the north.
No.
Investigate how empty.
Can someone with good intelligence do an investigation check?
I'll investigate the door.
I would like to
I've
do
got
an
4.
investigation check.
On the
Make
door?
sure.
Not the room.
Everybody
on the
ignores
room.
me.
All right. So Melissa, you're investigating the rooms. Jesse, are you looking at the door or the room?
Yeah, the
Thanks.
door.
Okay. All right. So both of you roll for
14.
14.
Sorry, I didn't realize what I said. Door of the room. Yeah.
All right, Jesse.
All right.
Okay, I'm gonna roll at the door.
Is it a wooden door?
Yeah.
It is a
what
wooden door.
is-
Melissa, you look around the room, and it looks relatively empty. It just looks like a kind of conjoined room. There's rubble in the corner. There's a broken stool in one corner, a broken wooden bench in another.
Cool.
13 or 31?
31.
I rolled a 31 on that door.
Did you really?
How could I?
I don't know what your bonuses are.
I think it
Not
was
that high.
Well, Steve.
13. I rolled a 31.
Okay, 13. Investigation or perception?
I guess it's perception then, because I was trying to look
Investigate.
what's beyond the door.
Okay.
I
Is
got
that right?
16.
Yeah.
So that's not 13 then.
Okay.
Okay, so it's actually 15.
Okay.
I'm gonna investigate it for traps. I got 16.
All right. So so Jesse and Steven, you both begin looking at the door to see if there's any traps on it, to see if you can hear anything on the other side, any movements of shadow, anything like that. You both then notice that there's some damage that's been done to the door, like where the door meets the door jamb. You can kind of see some scratching, and as you begin to open it a little bit, just enough to peek through, you can notice that about 3 feet off the ground, there is a little bell that has been fastened to the door.
I
Go
disarm the bell.
All right, roll me that dexterity disarm check.
Disarm is dexterity.
Yeah.
So I got
just grab the bell so it doesn't ring.
16.
It would be plus your proficiency bonus because it's with your Thieves' Tools lockpick stuff.
Oh, so then it'd be 18.
Sure. If
I
that's what
would've
your
got-
stuff is.
No, I just got 2 plus everything. So
All right, yeah. So no problem. You're able to cut the string that's attached to the bell and pull the bell off without it making any jingling noises. And the bell trap has been solved.
Yay!
You solved my bell trap puzzle.
take that.
Mwahaha.
Take that, God.
Yeah, damn goblins.
What did God ever do to you?
Well, he made the bell trap.
Did he?
All right. And as you, do you guys want to continue opening the door, looking in?
I just want to stare at the door.
All right. Jesse
I
just stares
wanna
at the
Stare
door.
at the door. Good plan.
We all just stare at the
For the
door.
next 35 minutes.
All right.
No.
And me
Why don't we go inside.
All right. So as you guys begin to go in, Jesse and Steven are quick to also point out that there are weird pieces of rubble all over the floor. They don't look like rock, but they catch it real quick out of the corner of their eye and stop you guys from going any further.
Wait.
Wait.
Hold on
As,
there,
as
Skippy.
I push against Wolf's ankles, because that's as high as I'm.
Feels like more traps. Feel a disturbance in the force.
And upon taking a closer look,
Force.
you guys notice that the floor is covered in caltrops.
I
I
go
rolled
and pick,
Jesse
What?
through, hoping
Wait,
he
what?
plucked a lot of them on his
I-
skin.
pick every
Cow
one of them
droppings?
up.
What'd you say, Wolf?
I said I rolled Jesse through the floor, picking up as many as possible with his skin.
Wow.
Okay, Cody, I pick up many of those caltrops.
Okay, so you begin to very carefully pick up each individual caltrop.
Well,
Why
I
do you want
also
cow poop?
Right? That's gross.
they're like little
You already have your
diamond.
own poop.
I
You know,
asked
like
what it was.
they
No,
throw it on the road to pop your tires.
Oh,
They are.
okay.
So I was taking those, so I would have them for myself.
I still have no idea what these are,
Smart.
but that's okay.
Oh my gosh.
Caltrop. Think like the game Jax.
Sure.
Have you ever played Jax?
Sure.
Probably a long time ago.
So they're like
You bounce a ball and you have to get as many jacks as you can before the ball.
I'm gonna
again.
Google a picture because
Yeah, I got it.
The caltrop.
Do you know what a tetrahedral structure is?
Yes.
Okay, that's what it is.
Cool.
Oops, that didn't work.
Made of metal.
There you go.
Oh yeah, that. Okay.
Gross.
That's also the molecular orientation of carbon.
Yes,
Good to
it
know.
is.
Carbon is mini caltrops.
Yes.
But yeah, so basically they're just tiny little spikes that if you step on them, they hurt you.
Very much.
I mean,
So I gather them. I don't know how much I can carry or whatever.
You can just start tucking them in your bag.
Okay, do I know how many I have or what?
I mean, if you want to spend the time to collect all of them,
No, I don't want to collect all of them. Maybe like a path.
okay, then you probably pick up about 50 or 60 of them. We'll say like 60.
Jeez.
And there's probably about 200 strewn across the room.
50 cow tops. Got it.
I literally thought you were talking about cow poop first.
No, it's not cow poop.
And I was like, what? Why?
I pick up all the cow poop.
And as you guys entered and began picking up, or Jesse began picking up these caltrops, you can see over his head at the other end where the wall is there. It's the entire hallway is about 10 feet wide, and the caltrops are strewn about it. On the northern wall, passage to the room beyond is partially blocked by a roughly mortared 3-foot high wall, complete with crenellations. It looks like a small battlement.
What is crenellation?
You like on a castle wall, you got the little rectangles that are cut out like over and over.
Ah.
They're holes that archers typically shoot through, and they're called crenellations.
Ah.
So I used my magnet powers to pick up them as quickly as possible, so we didn't take that much time.
Roll
Yeah,
a
we've been here
dexterity
for like
check.
4 hours watching you do this.
I'll roll dexterity check. See.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
It's
Okay.
gonna take 4 hours. I can take a long rest.
Okay, I rolled a 6.
But yeah, so there is a 10-foot, or I'm sorry, like a 3-foot high wall. So pretty much everyone but Jesse can look over it.
Yeah.
Did you laugh at me?
Yeah.
Okay.
And as you walk up to the wall, you can see on the other side are 2 goblins that are asleep around a little fire.
Oh.
I go.
Where's this at?
On the other side of the wall. Here, let me move this.
Actually,
up.
I don't see anything.
I was
So
gonna say,
So
can
you can't
Jesse
see
see
over
that?
it.
Yeah, Jesse can't see it. You
I
guys can
asked-
see it.
I asked the big orc to lift me up so I can see.
Alright, I'm gonna hold you on my shoulders, little babe.
Aw. Be careful, their llamas will spit in your face.
There you
Um,
go. You go to the wood baba.
So as you look over the wall, the filth on the floor stains the walls. Shabby hides in a fire pit attest to the years of use this room has seen at the hands of creatures unconcerned with hygiene. Everyone takes a side-eye glance at Jesse. On the eastern side of the southern wall... or, well, yeah, that's what you see.
And I say...
And inside there are 2 goblins stationed behind the wall, but they are currently napping.
They're schlepping.
So this is the only way through.
Yeah, that is the only way through.
Alright, so I'm gonna go up to one of them, I guess.
Am I still on you?
Yeah.
Can I hop
Jesse,
down to
yeah,
the
go
other
ahead.
one? Alright. And
Do we want to double up on these?
Yeah, may as well.
I'm going for the little slit
I'll
throat
go to this one.
technique.
I'm gonna bash him.
I want to slit his throat.
I'm gonna stab him with my spear.
Okay.
All right. So we'll say there. Is that good?
Sure.
Yeah.
Where you're blocking all routes of escape?
Yes.
Okay. Alrighty. So which one are you attacking, Jesse and Melissa?
I was planning on teaming up with Wolf.
Okay. So Wolf and Melissa roll an attack on your goblin here, and then Jesse and Steven roll your attack on that one there.
Do we get
60.
advantage since they're...
All right, one at a time, please.
Sorry.
16.
Do we get advantage since they're sleeping?
You do get advantage because they're prone, and you all deal double damage because they're sleeping.
Awesome, because I got
Still 16.
Natty 20.
Natural 20
I got 18.
17 plus 5, 25, or 23
to hit.
to hit.
All right. Did everyone roll above a 15?
Yes.
All right.
Yep.
You all hit him. They're
I
dead.
do.
They're decimated. If you guys want to roll damage,
I need to know.
if you want to roll damage, go ahead and roll damage. But they are.
Oh my god, I crit.
I rolled 17 total.
So that's a
I got
12.
16.
So 7 doubled is
We
14.
did 35 or 25 damage, Jesse.
Wolf, didn't you also roll a natural 20?
Yeah.
So it's quadruple damage.
Oh.
Yeah.
There
So whatever you did,
Right.
double it again.
Okay, so 18 plus 18 is 36
Yep.
with a warhammer.
Is he just a red spot on the ground?
Yeah.
We
So
felt that vibration in the other room.
Shit, I hit the wrong goblin.
yeah, one goblin, its head is just gone. It's paste, and the other one, you guys easily were able to slit its throat and cut up its body and drain it of life before it could even bring out a squeak.
Delicious.
It's just a dream, honey. Go back to bed.
I want to loot mine.
I want to loot this one that I just killed.
Yep, give me just a second. I had this
I'll
written
roll for your
somewhere.
gold. Don't worry.
Yeah, you're not gonna roll a d20 for my gold.
So it's quadruple advantage, right? So
Oh, look
So-
at that, 20 on gold. Wait.
yeah, 18 too. So and yes,
Natural 1.
after 1 on gold.
Nice.
I actually lose money in the process of searching.
Do I roll all the dice I have? to
You
see
give
how
the dead
much-
bodies some money. You feel bad.
Welcome, guys.
So you
Buy yourself some
find
health potions.
14 silver pieces on one, and you find a small brass ring on another that is worth 8 silver pieces.
Okay. I also want to take both the heads.
All right.
Are you gonna mock me with
Well-
this?
All right. One of them you crushed its rib cage into paste, so its head you can just kind of pop off, and it's got some spines still attached.
So that's cool.
Delicious.
It's even better.
The other one you would have to behead.
Oh, okay. Do I roll for that?
No, that's easy enough. Borrow someone's sword or something, and you can just chop it off.
Jesse, can you
Here, you can borrow mine.
It'd probably rot off if I did it.
Oh, yeah.
Borrow my longsword. It's all good.
Alright. Borrow the longsword and headman. Return it, and we're good to go.
Kill him.
Jesse, I would say by this point, with the amount of fighting you've done, your blades are starting to lose their necrotic damage, so you would have to reapply the cream if you wanted to regain that.
Speaking of which, I want to apply my poison damage.
Okay.
My poison.
I reapply my cream.
Alright, so I believe you have one use of cream left.
It puts the lotion on its skin or it gets the hose again.
Yeah, how long would a vial last?
I think it's typically like an hour.
No, like how many uses?
Oh, typically one vial has 3 uses.
Right.
A vial of liquid poison applied to a weapon has 3 uses. Jesse's cream had a few more uses, but he's been using it on both his blades. So he's got 1 use left for 1 blade.
Alright, I'm gonna put it on my speed.
Like you're like Jesse's cream.
Ah, Jesse's cream.
Jesse's delicious, white, pasty cream.
I'm
Have
sorry,
you been
it's
eating
called
Jesse's cream, honey?
Look, it's like Oreo filling.
Oh my god. Alright, let's move on from this room.
Oh.
That's like what wolf is.
25 minutes.
Oreo
Because
filling?
aren't you like part black or something? Like a millionth
Oh my
part
That's
God.
fucking racist, dude.
Investigation check on the door.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, Steven, do it.
12.
Oh, goodness me.
Is
God,
this
Jesse.
racist?
So that leads you... I'm checking for you, hold on.
Don't act all high and mighty.
Well, I am high. And pretty mighty. No, I'm neither.
Pretty gore chunky.
Oh,
Well, especially after that battle.
sorry, I should probably add, you also find some putrid jerky, very vinegary tasting wine and smelling wine.
Hey, some alcohol for you.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Some poorly preserved water skins and other worthless bits of clutter. So if you guys want to take any of that, you're more than welcome to. But
Yep.
otherwise, that is there. There is no... go ahead and roll investigation. You said you were looking at the door, Steven?
Yeah, I rolled 12.
Or, yeah.
I was
okay.
looking at
All
it too, but
All right. Or perception. I'm sorry, it's perception, not
Well,
investigation.
I rolled a 19.
Huh.
All right. Melissa, you just kind of glance at the door and say, yeah, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
and I somehow trust.
Oh wait, I have advantage. Shit, I forgot about that. 14. Okay, not
oh,
much
yeah,
better.
because it's a wooden door. I forgot about that.
Yeah. Yay.
I was wondering why you kept asking what kind of material the door was made out. I was like, what?
Thanks, Pops.
So yeah, the door is not trapped or locked. You don't see any other bell device. You get a feeling that this room was made as an ambush point, and if the bell happened to go off, then it would alert the goblins.
Man, why'd they make a stupid short wall then?
Gerblins.
Because they're only like 3 feet tall. They got to be able to look over it and
I
hide
mean,
behind it.
yeah, but if anyone gets past your bell, they'll climb right over it and kill you.
Well, that's what the spiky things were for.
Fine, natural selection.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We got
because
it.
Wolf would have ran
Won't do
in.
that again.
What?
You do notice as you inspect the door, though, that you can hear the sound of what sounds like arrows hitting objects, like target practice, essentially, like someone shooting arrows.
Oh, hey, we need to re-stealth.
Fair.
Oh no!
16.
Natural 1.
15!
Woo!
I got 24.
I'm on 18 in total.
I'm but a whisper.
I'm gonna whisper. That's what LaCroix tastes like. Whisper.
Whisper, whisper.
What tastes like whisper?
LaCroix?
Whisper, whisper.
Those are good.
Those suck.
Yeah, it tastes like someone just whispered into it. Like,
You don't like Brady water?
Tell me speak in the room, please.
Like it, I've tasted it before. It's really weird tasting.
What do you we talk? What is that?
LaCroix.
It's bubbly water.
It's
Flavored
carbonated.
seltzer water.
It's carbonated water with like really light flavoring in it.
It's like somebody whispered in it.
It's like
Exactly. It's literally like someone was just like, orange.
if
Like-
you if you could fart fruit smells, it tastes like someone farted in a can of fruit smell, and that's what you're getting out of it.
Yeah,
Alright
pretty
then.
much.
Yummy.
I agree.
So what did you all roll?
I rolled
No.
a 24 total.
18 total.
A 1. Okay.
Oh, 1.
Steven's the sneakiest of us
Whoop de
all.
doo.
All right.
But hold on. Remember that what said is if the pack has a high amount, it'll negate somebody who rolls low
To an extent.
to an
To
extent.
an extent. I mean, it was a
And-
natural 1.
And because of the confusion last time, I don't know if I'm going to keep that up just because it can be kind of wonky that way. Trying to do rough averages may not always come out fair.
It's okay.
Right. What is
I was-
the?
I-
Go on.
I think we...
I was gonna go up and peer around.
Okay. So as you peer around the corner, okay, that is there. You can see,
Another corner.
yeah, another corner. Let's look at that.
Why are they so much taller than me?
Yeah, I mean,
You're
you're also an
probably-
M&M, so.
There you go.
There we
That's
go.
better.
Why is my
Um,
M&M?
You actually see, and I'm going to just use, I'm going to use these as. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Gosh darn it! Stop copying and pasting that. I want this. I'm having a hard time, guys. I'm going to use these. You
Those are
see.
spelling pins.
Yeah, you see 2 training dummies covered in burlap and fur and hay. And as you're looking at one of them, you see an arrow whiz by and hit it right in the chest. And at the floor of them, you see dozens of blunted and broken arrows that lie on the cracked cobblestone floor.
Okay.
I-
Motion. Hold on.
Okay.
Jesse.
Sorry. I realized what I did. Like that.
You're good.
No, what I was gonna do. I was gonna halt everybody to like stop, and point my finger down like stay.
Sit. Roll
All right.
over.
You should just tell us what you saw.
Well, I mean, like they're right there.
You should just.
Those are
tell us. You
dummies.
should just whisper.
Dummy.
You're
I'm not saying they're fucking idiot.
We don't have time to
I'm not-
argue.
Okay, I'm telling you, everyone, like stop. Hold on.
How are you doing that?
Oh my god,
You guys are the worst.
I hate you. They understand what I'm saying. If they want to ignore it, they can ignore it.
I'm gonna eat a snack while
I
he's
have
trying
no
to tell me.
idea what you're saying. 'Cause
I told you
you
this.
haven't been able to say it.
I went like, hold on.
So he's.
Okay.
What does
he's-
this mean?
He's,
I thought there was more to what you were
Hey.
saying. Hold
It
on.
means one.
He says there's one down.
No. I hate you.
I guess there must be
Guys are
more. to-
awful.
I hate you guys.
Somehow he looked at one and he killed one.
I got one. Stay right here.
Don't look at his eyes. He might kill
Okay,
us
I
too.
don't know if you guys understand it or not, but I'm going right here, and I'm peering over. And remind you, my stealth is 24.
No
Okay.
better.
Okay.
So,
So
you very carefully peer around the corner, and you notice that there are. Hold on, let me make them more size appropriate for Jesse because he's insecure.
you're right.
So you notice 3 goblins. 2 of them with bows are shooting at the targets, and the third one is has his back turned to you, and he's looking over what you see to be another crenellated wall.
Okay. I go back, and I say that there's 3 of them, Did the one in the middle? Did I see if he had like a bow or something?
He did have a bow, but he was looking over the wall instead of facing towards you.
Okay,
How are
I
you
say.
telling us all of
I'm
this?
I'm telling you directly, idiot.
You're not using finger motions this time?
No,
Okay.
I can't believe you guys can't use your intelligence.
I think he's trying to tell us the Three Little Pig
I
story.
have -1 intelligence as my bonus homing.
No, you don't. That's Steven.
No, I have 0 intelligence.
I know. You
I
have
have -1
-1
strength.
My apologies, everyone. We had some technical difficulties. The party basically decided what they're going to do is have Jesse or Smeggle dress up in some of the slain guards' armor, claiming that they have a kobold captured and they need some help, and they're going to lure them into a trap. And yeah, so basically from here on up, you're caught up in what their plan was and the time that it took them to figure out what to do. So let's pick back up.
I was going to stick close to have a sneak attack when they come around.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I can do it. Like, since I have a fuck ton of hit points anyway.
Well, I think whoever has a bell will probably be the safest. Because they can be farther away than the people who are hiding.
Oh, I'm misinterpreting what you're doing. Sorry, I thought you meant walk up to the hall and be like, la-di-da-di-da, look at me. And then
Nah.
have them
I
follow
mean,
suit.
I
Okay,
at
that
least
makes more
could have
sense.
kept them less on guard because I can speak in Goblin.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Just to-
You could even maybe don their armor or something to try and look more like them.
yeah, but I don't know what they're wearing, so.
Just simple pieces of
I mean,
armor.
we just fought 2 of them, though, because we could take their armor,
Yeah.
if they have any.
I don't know because that would put me in a less armor class,
That's fair.
a lower armor class. So,
What are you wearing right now? Just like standard leather?
all I know is I have 11 plus my dexterity, which is 15. So, so
weapon.
11 is my.
So yeah, you're probably just wearing standard leather armor. Which, you know, I mean, it's not like you're stripping down into your skivvies. You're gonna still be armored, so you'd be just fine with the same armor class at that point.
Okay. So what do we want to do?
Would you want to go try and get on their good side, or would you rather someone ring a bell?
I think they would be suspicious if I was getting on their good side.
Yeah, I agree.
I'd at least, do something that we could lure them into this small hallway or something like around here. Like you guys maybe hide around the corner
Mhm.
and I'll come from behind so we could, do it that way.
That sounds good to me.
Yeah, let's go for it.
I just don't know what to say. I mean, I have my deception, so.
Okay.
I mean, you can work it. Cobblesmith.
Cobblesmith.
Run around the
perfect.
corner
Just
screaming
like-
Cobblesmith and Goblin.
The cobblesmith came to fix our cobblestone. We should greet them at the door.
Walk around the corner. Yeah, there's a guy. He calls himself the Cobblesmith. He says he's here to repair our walls.
We walk around the corner, we all just scream Cobblesmith. It'd be great.
Okay. So I'm going to don the armor,
Okay.
and I'll tell you guys to get in position wherever you want to be behind the door.
I'll be right in this. Oh, just kidding.
Oops, sorry.
Cool.
I don't know if you would have a shot, Steve.
Steven's on the other side of the 3-foot wall.
Yeah.
There's not much just place to hide.
I mean,
Structure of the wall.
you. I would say that you'd still have ability to hit them, because I mean, you're what, 5'9"?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, you could easily lean over a 3-foot wall to try and hit
Oh, yeah.
someone.
Oh, so this is a 3-foot wall here too.
No, that is not a 3-foot wall. This one here is the 3 foot.
Oh, okay. I get it.
Yeah.
Alright.
And that one over there. Cool.
So they're kobolds. That's what they are. Okay.
They're goblins.
No. I mean,
Oh yeah, he's a kobold.
The other guy.
That's
kobold.
Meepo.
Okay. So I'm gonna don the armor,
Okay.
and I'm gonna say in Goblin that there's one of the kobolds outside, and they're trying to get in.
Okay.
But I think. But hold on. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Oh no, you're good. I was just saying okay.
But I was able to disarm and let's go take a look.
Okay, so you've got essentially you've got a kobold captured.
Yes.
Okay.
And I say he's like out here, and that we should go and take a look.
Alrighty. So
I don't know if I should roll my deception or whatever.
We will start that up next session because it's almost 10:30, and I don't want to keep anyone longer. Because this could either go into combat. It's gonna go into combat, which is gonna take at least maybe another 10-15 minutes.
Mhm.
So. But I will notate it there saying Smeggle donned clothes
Armor.
of slain goblins.
That are all tethered in blood.